Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are here broadcasting on the Digga Boys Network. Tonight, we're here at Iowa with the PSCRL Truck Series. And boy, do we have a phenomenal race to give you guys today. First off, we've got Jay in the booth. Jay, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm ready. I'm back. We're back here in the booth, ready to call another one of these fantastic PSCRL Truck Series races here at Iowa. I mean, wow, this is going to be such an amazing race. The best iRacers in the business. I am excited. I'm ready to go racing here tonight.
Absolutely. We've got a lot on the line tonight. As you can see, Jimmy 6x in the chat already bringing it all up for you. But look, we've got some great on-screen scenes to show you guys. So let's go and do that real quick here tonight with the Dash for Cash series. We've got a couple drivers in the hunt. The best finisher out of these four guys, they will bring home a cash prize of $25. That's John B., Jonathan Gaston, Jordan Kreider, and Jaden Porter. Also, we've got a premium dash presented by Caster Kirsten Mai. We've got a couple drivers here: Jordan Hand, Brian Underwood, Joshua Kreider, Jordan Kreider, Jason Kinney, Landon Burbage, and Nathan Williams. The highest finisher of all of these guys, they will get $40, which is a great addition to this race. And just another aspect that we can look forward to while this race is going on. So great angles for this race so far. Plus, we got another one here with Jimmy also in the chat. Any driver that can win the pole, lead the most laps, win stage, and race gets $25. Sponsored by Roger Kreider. So, wow. We've got a lot of different angles going on here tonight. But real quick, let's just go straight into our race info real quick. We'll get you guys some track facts leading up to here. We'll go over what we think can happen here tonight, go into qualifying, and then the green flag. But first off, we're here at Iowa. Once again, the Roger Dodgers Bars and Bumpers 200, race 3 of 14 here with the PSCRL Truck Series. It's season 3. Track length of 0.89 miles. We got a track temp right now, 108 degrees, 892 feet above sea level. Right now, ambient is 70 degrees, 73% humidity, partly cloudy skies, and a 3-mile-an-hour wind. Again, Season 3 with the PSCRL Truck Series. We got 12 to 14 degrees of progressive banking in the corners, 10 degrees of banking on the front stretch. Stage caution is on lap 40, pace car speed 50, pit speed limit of 40 mile an hour, and everybody gets one quick repair. Everybody brought a backup car here tonight. Right now, the fastest car on track, that is Matthew Wood with a 23.43 at the moment. And look, Jay, we saw a great battle here between Matthew Wood and Brian Underwood last week. And you know what? Matthew Wood is already at the top of the board already. What are you really expecting here tonight with this group of a lot of drivers? I mean, we're looking at 24 drivers right now ready to take the green flag tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be outstanding. Matthew Wood, your winner of last week's race at Kansas. He's going to be definitely a contender here tonight to win and go back-to-back. The pressure's off. He said in his post-race interview last week, he's got his win, he's locked in the playoffs, and now he can just go out for race wins, and I feel like that's what he's going to be doing here tonight. But there's also some other very, very talented race car drivers in this field. Jordan Hand up here, P2. Chris Stange here, P5 in that 29 truck. Jonathan Gaston, your race winner at Daytona. Dylan Carrier, Noah Blackwell. Some really competitive drivers up here in the top 10 here through practice. It's going to be a very interesting race. Where the stage lies at lap 40, it's going to change a little bit of the strategy out here later on. And I believe the tires are going to be at a premium tonight. The strategy is going to be all over the place, especially if we get some of those late green flag runs here in that final stint of this race.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we're already fighting a really hot track right now. Tires will be at a premium. And where you place that truck on track as well is going to be extremely important as we continue with just about 1 minute left in practice. So, but you know what? Nonetheless, we've got some of the best drivers out here on track right now, ready to go at it here at Iowa. If everybody's anybody is joining us from the Busch Clash, welcome. We're about to be broadcasting some more racing after they're done as well. Surely not finished up at the moment, but nonetheless, hopefully we grabbed a couple of you guys and coming on out here to watch some Dega Boys broadcasting here with the PSCRL Truck Series. Real quick though, let's just go over our channel supporters real quick. As you can see on screen, Dallas Ewart, Jay, Will Tingler, 51 Dragon, Bobby Dennis, Kyle Hendricks, and Jimmy 6 times being the first member to hit our Ultimate Diehard package. Thank you guys so much for your support. It means a lot to us. And, yeah, we truly appreciate all the support you guys give us. Thank you so much. Right now, practice is wrapping up. I'm going to be watching just in a second here. Everybody getting off track, ready to go to practice. Qualifying, sorry. Jay, any last thoughts before we go into qualifying?
Oh, man. I'm ready to see who can put this thing at the front of the field. Track position, I believe, is going to be at a premium here tonight. We've seen a little bit of that playing into the factor there at Kansas. I think this race is going to play out a lot like that Kansas race. A little bit of short track racing here on a Saturday night in the PSCRL Truck Series as we have Dylan Carrier on track here. First one as taking time here in qualifying.
Absolutely, Dylan Carrier taking that opportunity to be the first car out on track to get some laps in here. And we'll see what this 54 car can do. Coming into turn 1, electing to stay a little bit higher, not going down to the bottom here. It's really rough up on top, as you can see him get really sideways coming off of turn 2. He does save it. Remember, this is just the first lap out of the second lap that these drivers get. Let's put down a lap time, very close up to the wall there. As the 54 crosses the start-finish line, he'll be the first one with a 23.89. Brian Underwood, as we saw some fantastic battling last week with the 77. Might have made a little bit of contact there with the outside wall.
Yes, it looks like Noah Blackwell in the 88. He's going to go up to P2. Danny White currently P1. Here we are on board here with Danny White in the 79 truck as he goes down into turn 3 now. See what he can do this second time by as Burbage goes to the top of the board here qualifying.
Absolutely. Oh, and the 79 loses it coming off of turn 4. And the 88 does cross the start-finish line, does not improve. It looks like Brian Underwood coming out to P3 at the moment. Jordan Kreider crossing the start-finish line, P7. Jonathan Gaston coming out P5. Jordan Hand tops the leaderboard with a 23.58. It's a pretty fast lap time there, if I say so myself. Jonathan Gaston, though, coming through turns 3 and 4 at the moment for his second lap. Coming off at turn 4 now. Let's see what he can do. Crossing the start-finish line. He does improve a little bit. Goes up to P4. Matthew Wood puts that number 12 truck up to P2. A great run by him. Chris Stange coming across start-finish line now. First lap was P17, and he moves up to P5. A great run for him to improve what he had. Josh Kreider now out on track in the number 5 truck. This will be his first lap. He won the last season championship race here. He's feeling pretty confident tonight that he can win it once again. A little bit loose off of turn 4, not being able to put in a good lap time with a 23.89. But coming through turns 1 and 2 now, let's see if he can fix that in his second lap.
Yes, he's a little loosey-goosey there off of turn 2 as well, same as he was on off of turn 4. Maybe got this car set up just how he wants it. Going to drive this thing off of turn 4. See what he can put up here at the line.
Ooh, a 23.82 currently, P16. Not really looking, or Josh not really wanting that at the moment. But we got Nathan Line right now coming off of turn 4, coming across start-finish line. Let's see if he can improve from that P19 position that he currently has. And he does not. Phil Robbins now, P21 at the moment, pulled a 24.42. He's going to have a second chance at this coming into turn 3 right now. And off of turn 4, Farrell Robbins in the number 4 truck, trying to improve his current P21 position. He goes to P17 with a 23.82.
Yeah, is your top, what is it, your top 19 are all separated by 0.3 of a second. Just shows how tight this field is here tonight. Your entire field within a half a second of each other. So this is going to be interesting as we, I believe, are winding down qualifying. I'm not sure how many more there are left to take time here.
Yeah, it looks like, Jay, we do have 3 more trucks. Tom Cisco, Nathan Brookover, and Henry Dudley still not taken to the track. So we got 3 more trucks out here ready to take the track, possibly. Excuse me.
We got Jordan Hand and Matthew Wood. Look at the lap time. They both tied here in qualifying. Jordan Hand must have beat him by a thousandth of a second here over Matthew Wood. So very tight up here at the front of the field by your last week winner and Jordan Hand.
Absolutely. That's it's going to be some good battling up here. I mean, we've under a tenth between 1st and 7th at the moment. Qualifying is over. Congratulations to Jordan Hand on your pole position for tonight. It's number 3 car getting it done. As we now head into the race, we're going to be able to pull up our grid graphic here. Jordan Hand on pole tonight in the number 3 truck, and Matthew Wood in the number 12 truck, starting on the outside of him in P2.
Starting P3, that's Landon Burbage in the number 2 truck with Jonathan Gasson, your Daytona winner, starting P4.
Chris Stange starting P5 in the number 29 with Danny White in the number 79, starting P6.
Brian Underwood in the number 77 truck, starting P7 with Jason Kinney in the number 30 truck, starting there in P8.
Noah Blackwell in number 88 truck, starting P9 tonight, with Melvin Berenger in the number 19, starting P10.
Starting P11 in that 69 truck, that's Jordan Kreider with Dylan Carrier in the 54, starting P12, rounding out your top 12 starters here tonight in the Roger Dodgers Bar and Bumpers 200.
There you guys have it. Jordan Hand now out on track, ready to lead this field to green with the pace truck out in front of him. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jay, what do we got? Last thoughts before we hit the green flag.
Yes, we are in for one of these fantastic PSCRL races here at Iowa. This is going to be a great race start to finish. We got a little stage caution there at lap 40. Could change the strategy a little bit here. It's going to be a race of track position is going to be so important. Strategy is going to be on point. And I'm going to say keep your guys' eyes on that number 3 truck of Jordan Hand. He's got a rocket ship tonight starting from pole.
There you have it. Jordan Hand, watch out for him. Matthew Wood, a great run he had last week as well. And, I mean, I don't even know where you start, Jay. All of these drivers are ready to hit this field. And they're all great competitors. We could absolutely see once every one of these trucks up front leading this field. Jonathan Hand is going to have a handful at the start of this race, trying to keep the cars behind him. But right now, lights are off on the pace truck. We may be going green this time by, may not be. We'll be able to call that once we come out of turn 4. But right now, everybody is gridded up, ready to take on 200 laps here at Iowa. We'll watch the pace truck here, see if he comes off the racing surface, and he does not. We're going to go by one more time. Once again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We're about to go green flag racing here at Iowa. If you're joining us from the Busch Clash, how about that? Old Denny Hamlin taking the checkered flag tonight. What do you think about that, Jay?
No comment. I'm going to say, though, on the chat, Dr. Relief just commented saying Noah won the race. Josh won the championship last year here at Iowa. So keep your eyes on the 88 truck as well. Your defending race winner last season.
There you have it. A little bit of misspoke there. Apologies for that. Sienna Taylor also in the chat. Let's go, Gaston. Gaston got a really good starting position tonight. P4. We are now ready to bring these cars back around off of turn 4 with the pace truck leading the field. He's going to dive on down to pit road. And race control will be in the hands of the 3 truck. Into the restart zone they go, and green flag is out in the air. We've got a neck to neck here between the 21 and the 3 going into turn 1 right now. It's the 3 car hitting the middle lane, the 2 car all the way down on the bottom, and the 21 ripping the outside lane. It almost makes contact with the outside wall, but the 3 and the 21 are going into turn 3 right now. The 3 car is still leading this race as we see a battle for 3rd place heating up.
Yeah, your pole sitter, that is going to be Jordan Hand leading lap 1, but we got a side-by-side battle here for P3. This is the Burbage on the inside, the 2 truck, and the 72 of Gaston on the outside. Gaston's going to get a great run here off of turn 2, and he's going to move himself up to P3, as now you got Brian Underwood lurking here in P5.
Brian Underwood looking to make that pass on Landon Burbage for P4. We're side by side now coming off of turn 4. It looks like the 2 truck's going to get a little bit of a run on the outside. That's going to work to his advantage. But now going into turn 1, the 77's going to change up his lanes as it looks like the 88 now is going all the way down to the bottom, and he goes side by side with the 77. It's Underwood and Blackwell now battling for P5.
Wow, this 88 truck just got shot out of a cannon here. Now he's going to move to the inside of Burbage. He's going to clear him here off of turn 4. Real tight there between him and Burbage. But now Underwood's looking to the inside of Burbage here. Into turn 1. Here comes Underwood. He's looking underneath Blackwell as well. Off of turn number 2 now. It looks like Blackwell's going to clear the 77 of Underwood.
Blackwood now up to P4. Brian Underwood still holding on to that P5 position as he's now going down to the bottom of the track trying to make something happen there. It's not going to happen. Landon Burbage now behind the 77 trying to make something happen behind him. As it looks like now everybody's kind of migrating down to the bottom. We do have a 3-wide situation back here between Jordan Kreider and the 29 and Chris Stange, almost 3 wide. Here comes the 5 car popping up. That's Josh Kreider. He's making a 3-wide situation into turn 3 and makes it happen. The 5 car now up to P7. What a move going into turn 3.
What a start of this race here for Joshua Kreider from P16 to P7 in 6 laps. He is on rails right now as now Chris Stange is to the outside. Oh, he gets real tight off the corner, nearly makes wall contact, but he might be able to make the pass here on the 5 of Kreider. We're 3 wide here off of turn 4. This is incredible as Danny White's trying to get in the mix.
Danny White's on the outside, 29's now in the middle, almost looking 3 wide here, going into turn 1, not going to happen. The 5 car does back out. Josh Kreider thinking better of it at the moment. Danny White still on the outside of the 5 truck, but here's the real battle right here. Jason Kinney and Chris Stange, as Jason Kinney does clear the 29 car and now going under Landon Burbridge. Jason Kinney's on a mission too. Up to P6 at the moment. He's trying to make some moves to get back up to the front.
Oh, as Danny White looked like grabbed some wall there off of turn 4. A little bit of smoke came off of that truck. He's going to keep his foot in it, though, and continue on here behind Landon Burbage up on the outside. As Kenny makes some incredible moves, he's trying to look to the inside of Gaston now. That's for P5. As Underwood's right there as well. There's battles all over the place here at Iowa. Who's going to take advantage here early in the going is now Kenny's to the inside of Gaston for P5 into turn 1.
P5 battle heating up at the moment. Kenny is on a mission right now to try to get that 30 truck back up to the front, and he's doing a great job getting around Gaston at the moment to move himself up +3 positions since the start of this race. Jason Kinney, what a move he is making. We're 3 wide back here. That's Danny White, 29 of Chris Stange, and Josh Kreider on the outside. Josh Kreider prevails going into turn 1, now side by side with Danny White now coming off of turn 2 down the back straightaway.
Yeah, we got a big battle back here as now Burbage is behind Gaston. They're going to try and work that out as Danny White's going to go to the bottom now. And now here comes Joshua Kreider looking maybe 3 wide through the middle of Burbage and White off of turn 4. He's going to go right up to the outside. Wasn't able to make a 3 wide situation out of it. As we're still side by side here into turn 1, Burbage on the outside. And now he's got Danny White in the 79 truck trying to dig underneath gas. There's Kreider sideways off of turn 2. This is incredible racing here down the back.
The 79 holding very strong, really fast at the moment. P7 as we speak off of turn 4 now, still side by side with the 2 car. Josh Kreider doing everything he can to try to get around the cars in front of him. Is that also the 54 of Dylan Carrier? Yes, it is. He's moving himself up as well. What a great move so far by him to get back up to the front, make himself relevant as the 79 now comes down the back straightaway, still underneath the 2 truck, going into turn 3 at the moment. These guys battling extremely hard, just bumper to tail at the moment on the outside lane. That outside lane is extremely fast as Danny White starting to struggle maybe just a little bit on the bottom side as he does make up a lot of ground now going through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, we're seeing a battle between the 79 and the 2 continue on now into turn 3.
Yeah, as we got 6th through about 13th here under a blanket as now Carrier's trying to shove his nose through the center there as Burbage is still using that outside line trying to find a way around Gaston, who's doing a phenomenal job up here on the outside line. He's going to take it a lane off the top as now Carrier's going to go way to the outside. Top shelf move. Oh, as that got contact between Burbage and Kreider here off of turn 2. Kreider's going to back out of it, go to the outside just in front of Stain. Just as insane as now Carrier's rim riding up here on the outside trying to make some moves. As now he's to the outside of Burbage, trying to look to the outside of Danny White here across the start-finish line. Into turn 1 now.
Looks like the 79 almost tried to shut the door on the 54. Did not happen. The 54 moved up as fast as he could to shut that door on him to make sure the 79 doesn't go in front of him. Now the 54 is side by side with the 79 going into turn 3. These guys continuing to duke it out as Gaston now holding very strongly onto P6 but losing a lot of time to P5 that from the 30 truck of Jason Kinney. Jason Kinney doing a great job to move that truck back up into the top 5 as he continues to chase the front, but right now the battle is still continuing on here. Off of turn 2, the 79 does get behind the 54. Dylan Carrier now in front of Danny White, but here comes the 5 car, Josh Kreider. He's trying to make something happen at the moment. Off of turn 4, almost makes contact with the 79. Huge checkup. The 29 makes contact with the 5. Into the wall he goes. Unbelievable. He holds it straight, no caution, as the 5 truck continues on in P9.
Oh, his battling back here continues. We got a battle for the lead also going on. It looked like it swapped positions there, and now it swapped back. So right as I say it, that lead kind of dissipates there. The battle there dissipates between the 3 and the 21. Incredible racing here early as now Noah Blackwell's found some speed in this car as well. He's climbing up to the rear bumper of Matthew Wood as he gets a little loosey-goosey there off of turn 2. This is some 3 cars right here, all separated by 0.6 of a second for the lead, as now it looks like Hand is getting into his race pace here, pulling away from the 21 of Wood.
Last time by, Noah Blackwell half a second quicker than Matthew Wood. This time by, he is just about 0.05 of a second quicker. So Noah Blackwell being able to move back up to the front, or back to the rear bumper of the 21 as the 21 gets real close to the wall there off of turn 2. Going back here to the back, everybody seems to be able to get it single file at the moment. We might be having a little bit of a battle with these guys. 3 wide there for just a second. That's the 13 of Nathan Williams and the 16 of Michael McDonald. As these guys continue to duke it out for P13, these guys doing a great job in keeping these trucks straight and battling on track. Right now, the real show up front, Noah Blackwell, Matthew Wood, and Jordan Hand, as these guys continue to lead this race.
Yeah, as we've got to the halfway point of this stage, lap 21, lap 40 is the end of it, so these points and these positions are going to be up for grabs here in about 20 laps, as now you see the 21 take it to the bottom. He was running that outside line, trying to get a little experimental here and run the inside line. He's going to go back to the outside, a little sideways there, entering turn 3. Blackwell behind him, as now Jordan Hand is kind of opening up that lead slowly but surely here on the 21 truck, as we got a battle back here between Stage and Kreider as they continue to duke it out here. And we saw the contact a couple laps ago as they're going to go side by side, door to door, into turn 1. Stage on the inside, Kreider on the outside as we leave turn 2 now.
The 29 having a little bit of an advantage going down the back straightaway now, but the 5 car is going to have that run going into turn 3. With the 29 down on the bottom, trying to hug that yellow line at the apron. He's going to clear the 5 off of turn 4. He's going to shut that door. The 5 car. He's going to push the 29 across the start-finish line, and into turn 1 they go. Oh, it looks like the 5 car might have made a little bit of wall contact there. He's going to lose a little bit of time to the 29 off of turn 2. Now the 29 holding very comfortable in P9, looking to go after the 79.
Yes, now Danny Wood has moved to the outside, but here comes Chris Stage. He's going to pull a slider here off of turn 4. Can he make it happen? He does. Wow, that was an incredible move by the 29 of Stage, as now Danny White is going to be vulnerable to the 5 of Kreider to the outside. These guys are just duking it out like we've never seen before here at Iowa. This is insane, as now you see the 5 of Kreider take that position. Now Burbage, he's showing his nose up here to the outside, trying to get around Danny White in 79, as he's got pressure applied behind him as well. They're still sorting out these positions, as it looks like the 2 got tight there off of turn 4. He's going to continue on here behind Kreider in P10.
These guys, wow, what battling we still got going on here. The 79 and the 16 of Michael McDonald, coming off of turn 2. Almost 3 wide with the 19 there. 19 thinks better of it. Now going into turn 3. Real close battling at the moment. The 19 all over the rear bumper of the 79, trying to make something happen. Here comes the 69 of the other Kreider, coming off the turn 4 and across start finish line now. Going into turn 1, we got a side-by-side battle with Kreider and Nathan Williams. These guys are duking it out, coming off of turn 2 now, trying to get every position as they can, trying to get back to the top 10 and score some points for this stage.
Yeah, as now you see Williams getting into the mix. Here's Connolly in the 25. We're looking at 3-wider off of turn 4. Danny White stuck in the middle here. Williams to the inside. Now Connolly's going to throw a little bit of a move here. Try to get to the inside of Danny White going into turn 1. Danny White is fading here towards the end of the stage. Not what he wanted at all. As now Williams is blocking the 25 and Connolly. Connolly has nowhere to go. Where does he send it? He's going to go to the outside. This is wild racing, as we got these guys duking it out up here for these stage points here as we're winding it down. We got, what, 13 laps to go in this stage.
We're side by side for 10th place right now. This is going to dictate who gets some good points here and who doesn't. We got a real close battle up front right now between the 3 and the 21 of Jordan Hand. We're looking at just about 12 laps to go between these two guys, and it's going to be a battle. And here it comes, the 21 to the inside of the 3 truck. He's going all the way down to the bottom. We're side by side now, coming off at turn 2. Looks like the 3 truck's going to have a little bit of an advantage here with the outside lane and the run that he's going to get. But going into turn 3 now, the 21 is still there. He's going to shove it out deep into turn 3. Not going to happen. They almost got it to where he could shut the door in the 3 truck, but not this time. Going into turn 1 now, they're still duking it out.
Still side by side here into turn 1 is, oh, it looked like the 21 grabbed a little bit of apron there. He's going to get tied off of 2. He's going to leave Hand a lot of room, though. We're going to drag race it down the backstretch. A little bit of truck action here into turn 3 as now you see Wood on the inside, Hand on the outside, still side by side here off of turn 4. Oh, his hand gets real tight, nearly makes wall contact. Still side by side across the line. We got 10 laps to go in this stage. Who's going to win it? This is incredible into turn 1.
Side by side still coming off of turn 2. No, the 3 truck prevails on the outside. He's going to get that run coming down the back straightaway over the 21. Now the 21 going to the outside, and the 3 taking the middle lane approach through 3 and 4 and coming onto the front straightaway now. It looks like maybe the 21 might have a little bit of a run here going into turn 1, and he does. He gets back to the rear bumper now of the 3 truck coming off of turn 2. Now the 21 all over the rear bumper of the 3 truck and going into turn 3. Let's see what the 21 can do here now with just about 8 laps until stage end.
Yes, it looks like the 21 backed his corner up there a little bit into 3, maybe set up a little bit of a drive off of 4, which he's going to, as now, let's see the 3 of Jordan Hand using up all the track there, entering turn 1, playing a little defensive, does not want the 21 to the outside of him. He's going to make him earn it there down on the bottom, as now he's going to gap him about a half a car length here into turn 3. As Wood is looking for a move here, trying to find some grip, trying to find a place to go as he's going to follow. We got some smoke up in front of the leaders. Wow, that's interesting, as now we're going to continue on here into turn 1. It looks like it might have been Grayson Lucas there. I'm not exactly sure, but this battle continues here into 1 and 2.
Coming off of turn 2, now the 3 and the 21 continue to fight it out for this stage win. Into turn 3 they go. The 3 truck now taking that high outside lane to try and protect himself from the 21 truck as they're now coming down the front straightaway. The 3 truck still holding strong out front, leading the laps. Jordan Hand is going to get a little bit of company now, though. That 21 diving it real deep into turn 1. He's going to shove the 3 car as high as he can. Not going to happen. This time by the 21 truck having a horrible time trying to get around this 3 of Jordan Hand at the moment. Can't do anything unless he has that high outside lane. Coming across the start-finish line now with 5 laps to go until stage end.
Yes, now they're both going to go right up to the top. Jordan Hand is going to lead the 21 of Wood up to the outside. Wood's going to drive right up to the bumper. Oh, we do got a yellow. That's going to change everything here. Get a short little sprint. Looks like, oh, it's a 69 of Jordan Kreider.
Jordan Kreider looks like he might have lost it off at turn 4 there. We'll go back and look and see what happened to that number 69 truck. As we take it back here. Ooh, maybe a little bit of contact here. Let's just rewind it a little bit and give us a good little overview and see what happened to old Jordan Kreider here off of turn 4. You can see the 13 underneath and the 19 on the outside of him. And off of turn 4 we go. The 13 might have given a little bit of help to the 69 there. As the 25, ooh, trying to get past it. Oh, man. The 25 does grab a little bit of card contact, a little bit of wall contact. The 69 goes sliding through the infield. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how the cookie crumbles. Now we've got trucks down pit lane. Jordan Hand leading it.
Yeah, this could be interesting. Take these 4 tires now as we're winding down this stage. We've seen how important pit stops are here in the PSCRL Truck Series. We saw that kind of play into the favor of the finish at Kansas, as it looks like these front 2 guys with these front 2 pit stalls are going to see if they can win this race off of pit road. That's Matthew Wood and Jordan Hand.
All right. Everybody's now getting 4 tires on their vehicles. The 29, Chris Stage. Wow, what a pit stop by the 29 to get himself out front. The 21, the 21 does pass the 3 car of Jordan Hand. Jordan Hand losing 2 positions under pit stops. Wow.
That is some big moves.
I apologize. The 21 did not pass a 3 truck. 3 truck does take P2.
A little bit of that timing and scoring has to do a little bit of catch up there, but yes, that was a close race off pit road regardless. It looked like it could have went either way, but Chris Stange and the 29 truck moving up several positions here on pit lane, maybe with a 2-tire strategy here to win this stage.
And what a great run by the 29. In fact, let's see. Can this show us? My apologies. We're gonna find out if Chris Stange did take 2 tires or not. In fact, you know what, Jay? Let's just go ahead and bring him down here. Chris Stange. Find you here. He's muted. We're not gonna bring him down here. Chris Stange, though, a fantastic pit call there. Let's just, in fact, let's bring down the 69 of Jordan Kreider. Jordan, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy? Hey, Jordan, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy? No interview for him. That's all right. But nonetheless,
looks like the lights are router on the pace trucks. It looks like we're going to be going green flag racing here, Tom.
Green flag racing we will do this time by 29 of Chris Stange going to be leading this field to green once again, or not once again. The first time this race, the 3 truck of Jordan Hand on the outside of him. Watching that pace truck coming off the racing surface once again. Control to the 29 car. See the pace truck coming off the racing surface, the 29 into the restart zone, and the green flag is out in the air. The 29 gets a great jump over the 3 truck of Jordan Hand. Now he's got to do a gladiator effort to keep that 3 truck behind him. Now going through turns 1 and 2, that 3 truck is getting a huge run on the outside. The 29's not going to be able to compete at all. Matthew Wood getting by the 29. The 88 of Noah Blackwell now side by side with the 29. Not going to be able to do anything. The 29 truck still going to go back to P4. Here comes Brian Underwood. It's a freight train, and Chris Stage is to the back.
Yeah, that pitch strategy is not playing out to his favor as he's fading here a little bit through the field as now you see Gaston to the outside. Oh, because he might have made contact off of turn 2. Him and Joshua Kreider. That was tight as now he's going to fade all the way back here to P7. Falling apart here off the restart, but here comes Dylan Carrier. We're looking at 3 wide as Kenny, who lost some spots there on pit road as well. He's going to try and make those back as he's going to spread it through the middle here into turn 1.
Kenny on the bottom side now of the 29. The 29 continuing to drop all the way back to P9 at the moment as Landon Burbridge now tries to make his move to get by the 29. It's going to happen off of turn 4. The 29 now creating a pretty big stack up behind him with the 19 and the 16. That's Berenger and McDonald. As the 29 might have found his home back here at the moment. We'll go back up to the front here with the top 5. Matthew Wood, though, he is trying to hold close to the 3 truck as he comes under attack by Noah Blackwell. We're side by side for P2 off of turn 4.
Yeah, side by side as Blackwell gets a great run off of turn 4. He's going to stay to the inside. He's going to send it in here into turn 1 on the bottom. Can he make this move as now Wood's going to try and throttle back up on the outside. This is still going to be drag racing here off the back as Wood actually clears him down into turn 3. He's going to play a little defensive there, not allow the 88 to the inside as he's on the defense instead of the attack, not where he wants to be at this moment as this 88 truck is flying. He's got some speed in that thing and he's going to try and get by this 21 of Wood and set his sights on Jordan Hand as he's going to go back to the bottom here in 1 and 2.
Coming back to the back here, Kenny now making a run on Carrier. These guys are battling it out for P6 at the moment. These guys, you've seen Kenny in the first stint. He's got lots of speed in this truck as we now see maybe a side-by-side battle up here. Not anymore. But Kenny still side-by-side with the 54 of Dylan Carrier going into turn 1. The 30 truck taking the inside line. The 54 all the way on the outside, trying to get that run coming down the back straightaway. He does a great run. Now going into turn 3, the 30 truck, he is going to come up a couple lanes there, try to get a run to stay close to the 54. But right now, Jason Kenny still holding on to P7 as Carrier in front of him is holding strong on the outside.
Yes, Kenny restarted P9, came onto pit road in P6, so he's trying to get back up to P6. He got a little loosey-goosey, squirrely there off of turn 2. He's going to send it in here into turn 3 to the inside of Carrier. Can he make this happen? He might be able to clear him here off of turn 4. It's going to get really tight. Oh, really tight. No, as Carrier's going to pull a crossover move across the front stretch and send it in on the bottom here into turn 1. Can he make the move back? As it looks like Kenny's going to have that outside line. He's going to be able to throttle up here off the top of turn 2. He's going to continue to hold on to that P6 position. What a move by the 30 of Kenny to get by the 54 of Carrier.
Yeah, fantastic move that he did there. And now really securing himself in P6 on the outside lane where you want to be at the moment. As these guys really find themselves in their homes right now. Josh Kreider now looking to the inside of the 77 to look there for just a second. Brian Underwood holding strong onto P4 at the moment. But Josh Kreider plus 11 since the beginning of this race. A great run so far in that number 5 truck as he continues on. Might be coming under a little bit of pressure here by Jason Kenny.
Yeah, this 30 truck is extremely fast. He's been able to rip that outside line. Maybe he could get close enough to make a move here on the number 5 of Kreider. As Kreider's now hounding the 77 of Underwood. Underwood's going to take it to the bottom. Kreider's going to go a lane off the bottom as the 30 of Kenny's going to follow in the tire tracks of the 5. They're going to kind of have a little bit of a run here on the 77. Kreider does. Does he take it to the bottom? No, he doesn't. But look how deep the 30 can drive into the corner. Can he drive off the corner with the same amount of momentum? Doesn't look like he's going to get a little tight off at turn 2, lose a little bit of time down the back. But this battle rages on. This is 4th through 7th right here on frame right now.
Absolutely. The 77 truck holding strong right now to P4. The 5 truck of Josh Kreider trying to attack that position with the 30 truck of Jason Kinney just going all out at the moment. And he is extremely fast as we continue to monitor what that 30 truck can do during a longer run. Right now on lap 53, about to complete lap 53 as we see Josh Kreider now underneath the 77.
Oh yeah, as now we see the 77 now is trying to maintain this position. You saw Kreider take a look there through turns 3 and 4, as now Kinney's going to draw up to the bumper of the 5. This is going to get a little tight here off of turn 2, as now it looks like Kinney's going to grab a little bit of wall there down the backstretch. That's not what he wanted. He's still going to have the pace, though. He's going to take it back to the top. Maybe let's see if he can get a run here off of turn 4, as now you see Kreider play a little defensive. He's going to try and drill in the 77 as the 77 is reeling in the 88 of Blackwell. These front runners are all closing up on each other here. Your top 6, 1.6 seconds separates them right now as we come off of turn 2.
Absolutely. You know what, Jay? Let's go on board with our Dega Boys cam and see what the 30 truck is seeing, and maybe give us a little bit of insight on what he's going through at the moment. See Jason Kinney going in at turn 1 at the moment, and him using that bottom lane as the 5 truck of Josh Kreider using that outside lane. You can see him coming down the back straightaway right now, pulling away just a little bit. That's the benefit of using that outside lane during the front or back straightaways, and the front straightaways really, as the 5 truck just barely pulled away from him. But coming across start finish line now, Jason Kinney still holding a pretty decent gap between himself and the 5 truck, trying to get up closer. As you can see him using that outside lane as the 5 truck went down lower, not really working out for him at the moment.
It's very interesting seeing the approach that these drivers take on corner entry, as everybody's using different lines on corner entry, trying to find the pace or find where their truck is best. As you see the 21 truck go way up to the outside, you got 3 different lines being chosen there by your 2nd through 4th place drivers, as it looks like Kinney's losing a little bit of time here to the 5 of Kreider, as now it looks like we got a battle for P3 heating up as Underwood is underneath Blackwell. This is going to get exciting as we're side by side here off of turn 4. As Noah Blackwell takes the outside line, as now he's going to leave the bottom open for Brian Underwood, still side by side here in 1 and 2.
Now the 77 truck trying to hold strong on the inside of the 88, coming down the back straightaway now, that outside lane holding to the benefit of the 88 truck at the moment, but now the 77 through 3 and 4 is holding that outside lane. He's going to try to make something work here coming off of turn 4. Not going to happen, but he's going to move the crossover move underneath the 88. Now going into turn 1, he's going to dive it on real deep in there. That's what exactly you need to do to come off of turn 2 and close the door on the 88. But the 88, he's going to look hungry. He might be coming on the inside. No, he's going to rim ride on the outside to try to get back around the 88, but 77. But it might be a little too late here now as the 77 promotes himself up to P3.
Yeah, what a move there by Underwood to pull off the patented crossover move on Blackwell in the 88. Now he's got his eyes set on the 21 of Matthew Wood. Kreider lurking in the background, got a little tight there off of turn 4, lost a little bit of time there. But he's going to try and pursue this 88 now as he sees the 77 make the move. He's going to try and close that gap. As now Underwood, this car is coming alive. This truck is really fast at the moment. Can he make a move here on the 21? He's going to go to the top. He's going to use that outside line, try to get the drive off of turn 2 to close that gap on the 21 of Matthew Wood.
So far, not being able to do it coming down the back straightaway now, as last time by, the Underwood's lap time, though, was a 24.38. Matthew Wood, a 24.54, almost 2/10 a second, or 2/10 faster last time by. We're going to check that time here real quick, as they're basically identical. So the 77, or the 21, coming back up to the speed of the 77, now coming down the back straightaway. This is the closest battle on track at the moment between these two guys. The 77 now coming underneath the 21, coming off at turn 4. Not going to be able to make anything happen. Coming across the start-finish line. We'll see what the 77 can do in the coming laps.
Yeah, as now you see Underwood closing this gap up. He's going to go to the bottom here. He's going to try and get a drive off as he's almost side by side off a 2. He's setting something up here. He's found something here on the inside line. As now Matthew Wood's going to play a little defensive here, as Underwood's going to go back to the outside and try and draw this gap even closer here off of turn 4. They're going to be dragging all the way down the front stretch, trying to find the momentum. into turn 1, as now Wood's going to go to the outside. Underwood looking to the inside. He's looking racy right now off of turn 2, as he's going to close that gap. These guys get a little tight there off of turn 2. This is incredible. Here into turn 3.
The 77, wow, he is trying to make something happen here. He's doing the best he can off of turn 4 at the moment. The 77 still behind the 21 of Wood. Going into turn 1 now, the 77 is losing a lot of time to the 21. It's probably some of those moves he's tried to make it stick did not. Unfortunately, it's going to take him probably a couple more laps to get back to the rear bumper of the 21. Coming off of turn 4 now, these guys are still duking it out for P2.
Yeah, battle for P2 as they are only 0.8 of a second behind your leader, Hand, as he has got to be loving this in his rearview mirror, seeing these guys duke it out here for P2 while he's able to run his race pace as we're in it now. Lap 67, closing in here on the halfway point here in about 34 more laps, as now you see Underwood still using that inside line, maybe a lane off the bottom this time, trying to find a little bit more grip in this truck, find a way around the 21 of Wood, as now he's going to close that down under a car length now as we enter into turn 1. Wood's on the outside, Underwood on the inside, still duking it out here off of turn 2, maybe get a little bit of a run here. He's not going to be able to get side by side with him down the back.
Now coming into turn 3, the 77 is going to shoot low here, the 21 up high. Ryan Underwood is trying to make something happen with that bottom lane, but just cannot at the moment. Coming across start-finish line and into turn 1, the 77 still making that gap ever increasingly bigger between himself and the 21 after running that inside line, as the 21 continues to shred on the outside. 21 of Wood still holding strong onto that P2, but if you look at this right now, P2 and P3, both of them are quicker than the leader. We might be seeing a three-way battle for the lead here in a couple laps. Going into turn 1 now, it's still Wood over Underwood.
Yeah, with Wood being pressured here by Underwood, maybe he's found another gear in this truck and he's found some more pace, as now he is reeling in your leader. He's got it down to half a second now, as he's found some pace running that same line, just about a lane off the top lane. Just trying to make some lap time now, trying to close that gap to the 3 of Jordan Hand. He's got down to 0.5 of a second down into turn 1, still running that outside line, still making time, gonna get a great run here off of turn 2. Is Underwood still searching, still seeking down there on the bottom, trying to find some space. Now he's gonna go to the outside. He sees what the 21 of Matthew Wood is doing. Maybe use that to his advantage, as now you see Jordan Hand in front of him. It's down to 0.4 of a second as he's searching around the track now.
Absolutely, this is going to be a nice little fiesta between these three drivers as they're about to duke it out for the lead of this race. Matthew Wood in the 21 truck inching closer to the 3 truck of Jordan Hand, who has pretty much controlled this entire race. Jordan Hand still leading out front at the moment. We're going to cross the start-finish line here. We'll give you some lap times as they cross the start-finish line at 24.59 for Hand, 52 for Wood, and a 54 for Underwood. So now these guys almost pulling identical lap times coming through this lap at the moment. Coming into turn 3, the 21 is ripping that outside line as the 3 trucks running the middle line, and the 77 holding strong behind the 21 at the moment. And these guys just continuing to move closer to the leader.
Yeah, as it looks like the 21 of Matthew Wood is able to get a better drive off the corner, especially off of turn 4. That's where he makes up a lot of time. He's going to cut it down to 0.3 of a second entering the corner. It extends back out to about 4 to 4.5 seconds, or 4 to 4.5 a second off the corner exit. But then when he gets back up to the gas, he's able to apply it and gain that ground back. He's got down to 0.2 seconds now into turn 1 as we got lap traffic here.
Absolutely. Lap traffic, that's the 62 of John B at the moment, all the way down to the inside. A great show of sportsmanship for the leaders to be able to run it out here at the moment, with the 3 trucks still getting it on at the front, as the 77, it looks like he is inching closer to the rear bumper of the 21. Underwood trying to get up to Wood as the 21 now. He's really sucking up to the rear bumper of the leader at the moment. Coming off of turn 2 now, pretty much identical lines between, or across the top 3 drivers, as we now got a pretty considerable gap between 3rd and 4th, Underwood and Blackwell. That's about 2 seconds there. Now coming off of turn 4, these guys are coming under a blanket now. We're about to see a great battle for the lead of this race.
Guys, your top three here are separated by half a second, as now they're all running different lines. You see Hand go way up to the outside, as now it looks like Wood's going to get a great run here off of turn 2. He's going to draw right up to
Yellow
the bumper
flag.
of the 3, and we got a yellow.
The 38, Nathan Line, and Nathan Williams, both involved in this. See if, not a lot of damage to that 13. Let's go back and see what happened to these guys. Nathan Line being involved. 38 and the 13, you can see both of them here coming off of turn 4 at the moment. 13 giving a little help to the 38, having him spin to the inside. So does the 13. A little bit of outside damage to that 13. Not a lot of damage to that 38 at all.
Yeah, it looks like these guys are going to be able to continue on without having to bring out those backup trucks. Little bit like we saw that first incident there between the 69 and the 13. Little tight there off of the corner, but we have pit stops. Here comes your leader, Hand, leading the field down pit lane. See what the race off pit lane looks like this time, as Wood in Hand with those first 2 pit stalls.
Absolutely, the 3 truck of Jordan holding very strong on the race lead so far. Let's see what he can do here on this pit stop. Last time, he got jumped by a 2-tire pit stop. We saw it does not work. So, I don't really expect anybody to take a 2-tire pit stop here. As Jordan Hand, you can see him here. The 88, he's off. That's got to be a 2-tire pit stop for sure. The 54 does not beat Jordan Hand off of the race to pit road, but man, Dylan Carrier coming out P3, Matthew Wood P4, Brian Underwood. You can see everybody else now lining up behind him. We had some good 2-tire pit stops, I believe. No, Blackwell being the first one, Dylan Carrier being the second.
Yeah, that's some interesting pit strategies here for sure. We got the 88 of Blackwell, I believe, with a 2-tire stop. Jordan Hand and Matthew Wood also both took 4 tires, so that's going to put them in an interesting spot here on this restart. And the 69 showing behind the pace vehicle, maybe a lap down. Yes, 2 laps down for the 69, so maybe get this one of his laps back here with the wave around. But news of the race, Blackwell to the lead. We'll see how this works out for him. We saw with Stange earlier on a restart, that 2-tire call did not necessarily work in his favor.
Absolutely. Let's bring on down Nathan Williams here to the broadcast booth and see what he's got going on. Nathan, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, we saw a little bits of a contact there off of turn 4 between yourself and the 38. A lot of good, hard battling. We see the tire degradation here on the broadcast, but what is it really like in there in the cockpit?
It's pretty bad, but I've been I was staying in the back saving my tires, and I was in a go mode, and he sent it up high pretty hard, and I just washed up into him trying to get around him, but it's rough, man, for sure.
Absolutely. So we're 81 laps into this race now. Moving forward, since you're now P22 in the grid, what is your strategy moving forward?
Try to get to the middle of the field as fast as I can, then try to save tires for sure, man. It's not worth it, me trying to save my tires in the back like I did last run, so I'm going to try to get in the middle of the field, then try to get around everybody, and then save.
All right, Jay, that's all I got for Nathan. What do you got for him?
Yeah, good luck with your strategy for here on out. We are just short of halfway, so good luck, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this broadcast.
Yeah, for sure, man. Y'all have a good night.
You too. That was Nathan Williams there. Not very fond of saving your tires for the early run there. He's going to try to move himself back up to the middle of the pack and try to get something done there. So, good luck to him. Hopefully we do see him at the end of this race. Real quick. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Let's go into the chat. That's exactly where I was going with that.
All right. Sienna Taylor cheering on Gaston, as always. Great to see you out here, Sienna. Thank you for the comments there. Thank you for watching. Means a lot to us. Really appreciate it. Yeah. That's it. Well, look here. Matthew Wood was in the chat. It's Matt. I don't expect to have race pace at all. I just learned not to believe him anymore.
The Iron Man, Matthew Wood. You'll see him at the front of this field at the end of this race. So the lights are out, and we're going to be going green flag racing here, Tom.
Absolutely. Noah Blackwell on the outside. He will be leading this field to green. He's now taking over control of the field with the pace truck off the racing surface, and the green flag is out in the air. He gets a great jump over the 3 truck with 2 tires, with the 3 truck on the inside right now. Going to go into turn 1, and that 3 truck's going to hold strong in that middle lane coming through turns 1 and 2. At the moment, off of turn 2, the 88 gets sideways. The 3 truck planted to the ground, and the 21 continues to follow the 3 car of Jordan Hand. They're coming off of turn 4 now. Now the 21 is trying to make a pass on the 88. He gets it done. Jordan Hand, Matthew Wood back to the front.
Yeah, these 2 guys, cat and mouse, playing the games up here at the front, 1 and 2, but now we got Underwood trying to get around Carrier. This is for P4. As now Underwood's trying to get back up to the front of this field. As now here comes Kreider to the outside of Carrier. He sends it in there into turn 3. That was unreal what a move he made. Oh, as we're going to get him right there behind the 77 of Underwood across the line, close that down to a car like he's going to follow him into turn 1.
Now coming through turn 1, the 5 truck holding very strong there. Now it's the 54 versus everybody. Here comes Gaston now to the inside of the 54. Into turn 3 they go. He's going to go all the way down to the bottom with a 3-wide situation behind him. The 25, 16, 19. 19 is going to back out of that as the 72 and the 54 continue to go side by side down the front straightaway. The 72 now going into turn 1. He's going to dive it on in there. Look at McDonald. What is he doing? He's coming out of nowhere off of turn 2. He passes 2 cars in 1 corner, and now he's going underneath Gaston into turn 3. What a move by the 16, coming off of turn 4 now.
Yeah, as McDonald's to the inside of Gaston. Gaston might have grabbed some wall there off of turn 4. He's going to keep his foot in it, though, as now it looked like McDonald. He's going to go to the inside of Blackwell. This guy is flying through the field right now up to P5. Where did he come from? This is unreal here off of turn 2. He's up to P5. And now he's got his sights set on Kreider. As now look at Gaston to the inside of Blackwell. As that strategy call for Blackwell is backfiring, and now here comes Stange. Stange is going to try and make a move. He said, I've been here, buddy, and now I'm going back to the front here into turn 1.
Absolutely. The 29 dives it on deep on the 88, makes that pass happen. That'll be him up to P7. But wow, what a move by Michael McDonald here, all the way up to P5 at the moment. Jason Kinney now all the way behind the 88 in P10 at the moment. The 25 of Connolly trying to make that pass on the 88 now, coming down the front straightaway. Oh, little contact! Oh, they're wrecking on the front straightaway. The 25 is around. He's in the wall. What just happened?
Wow, 3-wide action across the tri-oval, and Connolly gets the bad end of that deal. He gets some damage on the left side into turn 1. Some significant damage there on the left side. We'll see if he's able to get that fixed or if he has to pull out that backup truck. Unbelievable racing here early on. Wow.
Absolutely. Wow, that's just a lot happening at the moment. And William Connolly being the big loser there. Let's go back to the yellow flag and just real quick look over and see what happened. We're going to rewind just a little bit more to see what happened to the 25 and the 88 off of turn 4. We'll go and put it in slow-mo. Jason Kinney trying to sneak his nose in there and not really being a part of that wreck. But the 25 and the 88, looks like the 88 may have gotten a little loose on the outside there. No, the 25 is going to come up a little bit there. Maybe make a little bit of contact as the 88 gets a little sideways then. And the rest is history.
Yeah, so unfortunate. Looks like the previous 2 cautions kind of played out again in that scenario. Just hard racing up here in the front of the field. Sometimes things just go awry, and that's what it looked like there.
Absolutely, it did. We got some people coming down pit road now. Noah Blackwell being the first one. Dylan Carrier. Those were your 2 guys who took 2 tires last time by. Melvin Berenger now down pit road as well. John B. John Darnell. Bryant Lucas as well. And the number 6 truck coming off of pit road at the moment. Maybe just a little bit of fuel for him. And Connolly on pit road as well. We'll see if he gets a little bit of damage repair there in the number 25. The 18 coming by the screen. Henry Dudley. There goes everyone else. Back to the front, though. Jordan Hand still leading this race We do have a message in the chat from Roger Kreider. Through the field when possible, please. Absolutely, no problem. Jordan Hand, your leader at the moment. Matthew Wood holding strong in P2. Brian Underwood, P3. Josh Kreider, P4. Michael McDonald with that amazing passes, I must say, that he did to get himself up to P5. Jonathan Gaston in P6. Chris Stange in P7. Jason Kinney, P8. Danny White, P9. Nathan Williams is your top 10 at the moment. Let's go ahead and bring down William Connolly after some contact and see what he has to say. Hey, William, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. How are you doing?
Oh, man, we're having a ball up here in the booth. How about you?
Oh, it could be better. A little upset, but, whatever.
Well, you know what? This just sets you up for one of the greatest comeback stories we could ever see here in the PSCRL series. But with that happening, how fast do you believe that 25 truck is right now? Because it does look like you're still holding on to that quick repair. And do you think you could get something done with the damage that you have on your truck?
No. Well, actually, the quick repair was done in on the first caution between Nathan and Jordan. I had to use it then.
Rip.
Yeah. And so right now I have a minute of damage. Hopefully I can salvage something out of this.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. But nonetheless, though, are you feeling confident behind the wheel with that 25 truck? Do you feel like you can get back up there and make some moves?
I felt like as long as you take it steady, I was working my way up from the back, and I was 11th by then. My start position was very poor, and so it shows you how much you need to save on this track. You get strung out, and the ones that can pass can actually save their tires.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, we look forward to you making your way back through the field, William. And that comeback story that we talked about, can't wait to talk about it at the end of this race. Jay, that's all I got for William here. You got anything for him?
No, I just want to say good luck the rest of the way, and hopefully we see you back towards the front of this field by the end of it.
All right, thanks, Joe.
That was William Connolly in the 25. Unfortunately caught up in a wreck there, but as we like to say here, the lights are on. His field to green. He is electing the outside lane. So we'll see how well that works out for him. That number 3 truck. What a run he's put on so far, being able to hold the 21 behind him. And really the 77 as well. Those guys are two of the closest guys that have been able to get back up to the 3 truck to get something done here. But they're on older tires. We're about to find out as they get into the restart zone. With the green flag out in the air, the 3 truck's getting a great jump over the 21. And so is Josh Kreider in the 5 truck. We're going to be going side by side with the 21 and the 5. But the 21 just dives it on deep into turn 1 here, off at turn 2 now. We might be side by side for the lead. No, the number 3 truck prevails going into turn 3, and here comes the 5 of Josh Kreider underneath the 21 off at turn 4. Might be seeing a little bit of a drag race.
Yeah, what a methodical climb to the front of this field by the 5 of Kreider as he's gone from P16 at the start up to P3 now. As now Woods all over the back bumper of Jordan Hand here off of turn 2. Can he make a move here? He's going to give him a little bumper business down the backstretch. Into turn 3, he's going to follow in line right behind the 3 of Hand. As now Kreider and Underwood are both on 2 different lines on the inside. This is incredible as now it looks like the Wood is in the 21 is going to close that gap even more across the front stretch.
Coming into turn 1 now, it's the 21 versus the 3, but the 3's holding strong on that outside lane, but it looks like the 21, he's going to come to the inside of the 3. He's got a little bit of room there to try to make something happen. He's going to dive it on deep into turn 3, off of turn 4 now. A little bit of a drag race we might see on the front straightaway. No, the 3 truck of Jordan Hand holds on for the lead.
Jordan Hand is doing a phenomenal job controlling this race, but now here comes Underwood. He's gotten past Kreider. He might be side by side here with him off of turn 2. They are. A little bit of a drag race here into turn 3 as now Underwood's going to send it in here into turn 3.
John Darnell. Spinning out off of turn 2 comes John Darnell in the number 99 truck.
It looks like he doesn't have much damage, so he might be all right here. Maybe just a spin.
Absolutely. Let's go back and look at this yellow flag and see what happens. Looks like he's already just a little bit of loosey-goosey there off of turn 2. Let's go ahead and see truly what happened. Yep, there he is. Just lost it off of turn 2 there with some old tires. So he does save it. That number 99 truck. And no damage. No damage. Oh, a little fake there.
A little gamesmanship here by Jordan Hand. He's trying to get them all to head down pit lane. Maybe he was gonna pit and saw that nobody was following him down, decides to pull her back on track. Heads up driving there by Jordan Hand.
Yes, absolutely. We do have a little bit of takers coming down pit road at the moment. Nathan Brookover, the first one to come down pit road in the number 27. John B. Coming down pit road. William Connolly and John Darnell all coming down pit road at the moment. But it's as it is right now, Jordan Hand still leading this race.
Yes, where's Josh Kreider? Did Josh Kreider head down pit lane? He's no longer in the top 3 here. Wow.
Oh, he's
Oh,
way
wow.
back.
What happened there?
Uh-oh. Oh, we might have had some issues here. Under caution. No? Alright, let's check this out and see what happened to Josh. Coming down the front straightaway, you can see he's holding strong to that P4 position. Just pulls off.
Maybe some issues there with the 5 of Kreider. Not sure what that issue was there, but he is back in P4. So I don't know. Interesting moves here in Iowa.
Maybe had a little bit of I don't know, a little bit of pedal issues there or something from the 5 truck. Nonetheless, though, being able to get his position back up to P4. But right now, your top 5: Jordan Hand, Matthew Wood, Brian Underwood, Josh Kreider, and Jason Kinney. Jason Kinney in that 30 truck back up to a top 5 position. Great run by him so far. We've seen a lot of speed out of that 30 truck. Doing a great job so far to keep that truck relevant in this race. Right now, with what we don't have going on track, we're going to go and revisit our Dash for Cash at the moment. So here is your drivers in the hunt. John B., Jonathan Gaston, Jordan Kreider, and Jaden Porter. And it looks like right now, Jonathan Gaston is your current leader for the Dash for Cash. And then for our Premium Dash, Jordan Hand, Brian Underwood, Joshua Kreider, Jordan Kreider, Jason Kinney, Landon Burbridge, Nathan Williams right now. So, Brian Underwood is your leader for the Premium Dash at the moment. So, a great run so far by everybody else. Making moves as you can. And keeping themselves relevant. But look at this. Lights are off on the pace truck. Jordan Hand once again electing to use that outside lane on old tires. Old tires, or new tires, mean a lot in this race. And especially at Iowa, especially with the temps that we're having. So that outside lane really being the preferred lane with a little bit of older tires there. We're on lap 103. We will complete this lap at the green flag. Again, lights are off on the pace truck, and we will be going green flag racing this time by. pace truck is off the racing surface. Jordan Hand taking the green flag. He's going to get another great jump over the 21. Here comes Josh Kreider now in P2, trying to take that position away from the 21 of Matthew Wood. Josh Kreider holding strong to the rear bumper of the 3 truck. Coming off of turn 2 now, it's the 21, still holding strong on the bottom side. He's going to shut the door on the 5. The 5's going to take it deep into turn 3, try to make something happen here. So does the 3 truck as he goes all the way to the bottom. We're close, side-by-side racing for P3 across the start-finish line. The 21 going to hold strong on the P2 at the moment as the 5 truck goes back to P3. Brian Underwood now going side-by-side with Jason Kinney. Jason Kinney wants a piece of this action now. Coming into turn 3, we're all under a blanket for P2. These guys still dueling it out. Off of turn 4, the 5 truck to the inside of the 21. He's going to elect to go and get into the line. Jason Kinney now into P3. He's looking for something on the inside line. Unbelievable. He's still coming off of turn 2, making something happen here. And the 5 truck still side by side going into turn 3. These guys are battling it out for P3 off of turn 4 at the moment. They're still side by side coming across our finish line and into turn 1.
Yeah, here comes Kinney on the inside in the 30 truck. He is absolutely flying right now. He's up to P3 looking for P2 as Wood's going to give Hand a nice shove here down the back, trying to maintain that P2 position as this 30 truck is on rails on the bottom. He's digging. He's trying to clear Wood right here off of turn 4. He's not going to be able to do it as Wood is going to stay to the outside. This is incredible racing up here at the front of the field.
Now going into turn 1, we still see the 30 truck on the bottom side try to make something happen there against the 21 on the outside. The 5 truck holding strong on the outside as well. Almost car contact there. That was really close between the 30 and the 5. Jason Kinney, though, holding strong on the inside. He's going to come up and shut the door on the 5. He makes it happen. The 30 truck of Jason Kinney at the P3, and he's going to hold Josh Kreider behind him. Going into turn 1 now. That battle is still heating up.
Yeah, as we're top 5 here, nose to tail, as now Wood is continuing to follow Hand, shoving him down the backstretch, as now Kinney's going to look to the bottom. Here comes Kreider trying to get his nose to the inside. We're side by side here off of turn 4, Kinney and Wood. It looks like Wood's going to be able to clear him here off of turn 4. Kinney back into P3. He's going to follow in line right here behind the 21 of Wood, as now Kreider's going to draw even closer to the 30 of Kinney. And here comes Chris Stange up back here in the 29 truck. He's trying to get around Underwood here for P5.
The 29's on the outside of the 77 trying to make something happen here going into turn 3 as the 77 stuck on the bottom side. We talked about how strong this outside lane is as soon as the tire fall off starts to happen. The 29 in prime position to take away that P5 position on the outside of the 77, but it looks like the 77 is holding pretty strong on the inside. Now going into turn 3, the 29 does have the advantage, and the 77 trying to get as much racing room as he can. Off at turn 4, the 29's gonna leg the 77 coming down the front straightaway.
Yeah, and now Chris Stange is going to take over P5 solely as he clears the 77 of Underwood. Now he's searching. He's digging, and here comes Blackwell. Blackwell's to the inside of Underwood. And now here comes McDonald. Oh, it's got real tight there on the entry of 3. That was almost a wow moment there into turn 3. Off of turn 4 here, though, and now it looks like Blackwell's going to McDonald's into the wall. Unbelievable. Carrier had to lift off the gas before that became catastrophic there for both of them. But here comes Stange. He's looking at the inside of Kreider now through 1 and 2. This car is on rails as well. Wow.
The 29 and the 30 seem to be on the same wavelength at the moment. They are just slicing and dicing up through this field. Off at turn 4 now, the 29 and the 5 gonna battle it out coming down the front straightaway. Across the start-finish line, they come into turn 1. The 29's gonna have to go lower than the 5 as that upper line is preferred for a little bit more speed coming down the straightaways. But the 29, he's doing a great job on the inside of the 5 truck. Coming into turn 3 now, the 29's gonna dive it all deep in there. Try to clear the 5 off at turn 3. He does! The 29 gets up to P4. What a move!
Yeah, as now we got Stange up here to P4. Can he get around the 30 of Kinney? As now our top 5, 6, 7 are still under a blanket here. As now Blackwell's on the attack, trying to get by Underwood. As you see these guys nose to tail here into turn 3, Underwood goes right up top shelf here. As now Blackwell's going to go to the inside. We're going to be side by side here off of turn 4. That's going to get tight. Oh my goodness. What a drive there by Underwood. He's going to draw right up to the bumper of Kreider. Where does he take this momentum? He's going to follow in the tire track to the 5 of Kreider as they're all going to search the bottom. Now they're all going to follow Stange down to the bottom. Oh, as now Underwood's shoving Kreider down the backstretch. This is incredible. That's for P5.
Coming into turn 3 now, these guys still duking it out. Josh Kreider might be losing a little bit of steam here off of turn 4. The 77 is going to try to make a run happen as he gets right up to the rear bumper, but does elect to not do anything with it as the 88 continues to pound on his rear bumper. Now the 88 up to that rear bumper, trying to make something happen. Now going into turn 3, looks like the 77's again going to rip that outside wall as the 88 dives real deep on him, trying to get that side-by-side battle with the 77, but the 77's going to get this huge run coming down the front straightaway, electing once again not to do anything with it. Here comes the 88, diving it deep into turn 1, all the way to the rear corner of the 77, not going to be able to do anything with it. Here comes Carrier now to the inside of the 88.
Yeah, Carrier to the bottom of Blackwell, and then you have Underwood underneath the Kreider, but now the battle for the lead is on. Here comes Matthew Wood. He's to the inside of Hand. We're going to go side by side into turn 1. Wood is to the inside. Can he pull the slider? Hand's going to be right behind him, and he does. No leader. Matthew Wood, his Hand is going to pull a crossover down the back. He's going to take it to the bottom here into turn 3.
Into the inside he goes, going all the way down to the bottom, trying to pull the same move he did to the 21, as now the 21 goes side by side with the 3 across start finish line. Hand leads that lap, but now going into turn 1, here comes frickin' Jason Kinney. He's got a frickin' roll on him right now. Off of turn 2, the 3 gets a huge shove to the 21. Coming down the back straightaway, not gonna make anything happen this time by the Woods of 21. Coming off at turn 4, leading this race as Stange and Kinney heats up the battle.
Wow, it was go time for the 21 of Wood, but here comes Stange ripping the bottom line underneath Kenny. As now look at Hand, he's going to run middle lane, try to play a little defensive to the inside and the outside. As now it looks like Stange is going to stay side by side with Kenny. A little bit of drag race. As now Hand is going to send it in, shove it in on the bottom of Wood. Can he make it happen? You're off of 4. It doesn't look like it, but these guys are under a blanket battle for the lead of this race. We got 77 laps to go, 78 laps to go at the line. As now we're looking at 3 wide potentially here through 1 and 2. As Kenny's hound in the back of the 3 of Hand.
Chris Stange holding strong onto that inside position, almost P2, as he now dives it real deep into turn 3, trying to make something happen on Jordan Hand here. He's going to try to come up in front of him. Not going to happen this time by. Very close though, lots of tight situation off of turn 4, but now into turn 1, the 29, still to the inside of the 3. He's got a lot of speed on the inside line, and it looks like he is going to clear him. Off of turn 2, the 29's up to P2. What a move! Here comes Kenny.
Wow, Jason Kinney just sent it in here to turn 3. Can he get the side-by-side action off of 4? No, that's so tight. He almost made contact with Hand. That was unreal. As now he lost a lot of momentum here. As now Kreider's trying to get back in the mix. As now look at Chris Stange. He's found something here on the inside line, and he's really making it work to his advantage. This 29 truck is coming alive here towards the end of this race. It's go time, and these drivers are digging as Stange is still using that bottom here off of turn 4, trying to attack the leader.
Coming across start finish line now, that 29 car is on rails. He is faster than the leader at the moment. Mr. Wood here, Matthew Wood, holding strong on that outside lane as Chris Stange has found something very strong on that inside as he now reels up to the rear bumper of the 21 going into turn 3. He's going to try to make something happen here off at turn 4. Still side by side though, not a lot for him to go as they get it real tight off at turn 4. The 29 still stuck behind the 21's rear bumper, now going into turn 1. The 29 still holding strong on that inside lane, trying to make something happen. Not this time by though. Off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway, the 21 of Wood still leading this race.
Yeah, as now Stange is going to send it to the bottom again here in turn 3. He's got so much momentum on that inside line. He's really found something here these last 10 laps, as he's not going to be able to carry the momentum off of turn 4, but he's still looking to the inside. He's trying to rattle the Iron Man, Matthew Wood, here for the lead as they're side by side here through 1 and 2. Off of turn 2, Stange is digging. They're going to drag race it down the back. Wood still on the outside. Stange to the inside. We're still side by side into 3. This is absolutely incredible battling here for the lead of this race, as it looks like the 29 is going to stay to his door here across the line.
Across the line they go. The 29 is going to pull right behind the 21 once again. Going into turn 1, it looks like the 29 trying to switch up his lane a little bit to try to get a little bit of exit speed. It's working good for him. He's still got a lot of track on the outside of him off the exit of these corners to take up, but he's playing it safe. We still got a little bit of 73 laps to go with these guys, so still holding strong on the inside lane. Across the start finish line they go. A lot of side-by-side battling at the moment. It looks like Matthew Wood has turned it up a little bit. His lap times are decreasing, and so is Chris Stange's. Those lap times are decreasing. You can see the gap between first and third right now, just about 1 second, as the 29 continues to shove it on deep into these corners, and he still holds on to P2.
Yeah, as now it looks like Matthew Wood is going to rotate to the bottom here into turn 1. This is a little different. Now Stange is looking to lane off the bottom now, trying to find something, as now Wood might have found something there. He's going to leg him a little bit here down the back, and now they're going to go back to their lines that they've been running. Wood up to the outside, Stange to the inside, trying to wrap that yellow line around the bottom, as now he's going to get a little tight here off of turn 4, trying to drop to the bumper here, the 21 into turn 1. He's not going to be able to do it, as now Wood has actually found something. The Ironman is unrattled here, as he's going to try and gap this 29 car. Did they use enough tire here? As we got maybe one more, or at least as this run continues on, will these tires be a factor for these drivers racing for the lead this hard with this many laps to go?
Yeah, they're still gaining or making that gap a lot bigger to third place, so it looks like Jordan Hand losing a lot of time. Jason Kinney as well, as we're still going side by side for the lead off of turn 2. Chris Stange trying to make something happen here, still can't make it happen. He does have a faster truck at the moment, holding that inside lane, as we're almost neck and neck here through turns 3 and 4, but off of turn 4, he's really struggling on these exits against Matthew Wood, not making it happen at the moment. But the 29 again shoving it deep into the corners, and off the exit is where he is losing a little bit of his time. Right now, though, I'd like to go on board with the 29 to see what he's seeing as he continues to battle the leader. Now going into turn 1, you can see the difference of lines that is being taken. The 29 doing a great job on the inside, getting a great run up to the rear bumper of the 21. Now going into turn 3, the 21 still holding strong on the outside as he continues to hold the inside lane for Stange, that is. And now coming down the front straightaway. The 29 still behind the 21 and into turn 1.
Yeah, as you can see, he gets a really good drive into the corner. He's going to try and get back to the throttle good off of 2. He's pretty good on exit off of 2. That's where he's able to maintain. But right here, off of turn 4, look how deep the 21 drives it into the corner. So does Stange. But when he gets off of turn 4, you see the momentum of the outside line work to the advantage of the 21. He's going to leg him down the front stretch. This is where they are doing a little bit of battling here, trying to find out where one's weaker, one's stronger. As now Stange is going to drive it again deep into the corner. He might be able to stay with the quarter panel here of the 21 of Wood. This is the opportunity he was looking for. Drives it in extremely deep here into 3 and 4. Can he stay side by side here off of turn 4, where his weakest point on the track is?
Coming across start finish line, still the 21 leading this lap, but he is getting better on the inside line there. The 29 holding very strong against the 21. These guys continue to turn it up. Chris Stange last time by was over a 10th quicker than your leader, Matthew Wood, but that outside lane just absolutely prevails at the moment. And the 29 being stuck on the bottom, not being able to do much with that outside lane that the 21 is being able to utilize. Going into turn 1 now, though, that 29 still holding strong on the inside as he tries to get past the 21, who is so strong on the outside lane.
Yeah, as these guys continue to duke it out, they're actually legging third place of Jordan Hand. He's up to almost 2 seconds behind these front two that are continuing to battle for the lead. And then you see Kreider back there in P4, 3 seconds back, and then 4 seconds back to the 30th Kinney, who has actually got passed by Kreider over the last few laps. As these guys continue to battle it out, they're stretching the gap. This is incredible. These guys have just got rocket ships underneath them as they continue to use their respective lines, trying to make pace, trying to conserve these tires. As we are getting closer to the end of this race, one more pit stop looming here at Iowa as we got 61 laps to go.
Absolutely. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get good. These drivers going at it. And the 29 still shoving it real deep into the entrance of the corners, getting side by side with your leader of Matthew Wood. But after that, not being able to do much with it, coming down the front straights and the back straights. As the 21 is utilizing that outside lane that gets the run on the exit of the corners. The 29 shoving it real deep on the inside again. And Nothing different to report for like the past 20 laps. These guys still duking it out in the same way. It's 29 still holding very strong on the inside, and the 21 holding very strong on the outside. Coming into turn 1 now.
Yeah, as it looks like the outside line is just so dominant on corner exit right now for the 21. The 29 is going to take it back to the bottom. He's going to keep searching. I mean, he's got the speed. He's just got to figure it out as now he's closer than he's been. He's really to the inside now. Can he get enough of a drive here off of turn 4? This is where the 21 shines. Matthew Wood is able to just drive that car off of turn 4 with so much authority and aggression that it doesn't allow the 29 to gain that ground he needs to stay side by side. As now he's actually legging him here a little bit off of turn 2. He should be able to pull a little bit of a gap. No, the 29 is just so strong off of turn 2. If he can find some speed off of turn 4, this could be a lead change here.
Absolutely, it could be. Now coming off of turn 4, you see much of the same that we've been seeing all pretty much post-caution, as the 29 now gets a pretty decent gap between himself and the 21 going through turns 1 and 2. He's going to be able to suck right behind the rear bumper of the 21 coming down the back straightaways. You can see the 21 getting really close to that outside wall, trying to maximize as much track as he can to get the power down as soon as he can. Now the 29, though, still holding very strong behind the rear bumper of that 21 now going into turn 1. Now it's going to get interesting, Jay. We got some lap traffic in front of us. Let's see how this works out as the 21 continues to lead, almost making wall contact off of turn 2. Oh, the 29's pitting. He's coming down pit road at the moment. Chris Stange, he's going to be the first one out of the top 10 to pit. Chris Stange, a great move, honestly, to get himself the undercut of everybody else. But the 21 still leading this race. Jordan Hand behind him in P2. Josh Kreider in P3.
Yeah, the undercut strategy here by the 29. This could play crucial as now we see the 21, your race leader, Matthew Wood on pit lane. Here comes Kreider in the 5 truck. He's going to try and follow the 21 truck down pit lane. That's going to hand the lead over to Jordan Hand, actually, in the number 3 truck with Underwood P2, Carrier P3. So the pit sequence is happy gun as we got 54 laps to go in this race.
We got a little bit of a side-by-side battle here for P2 at the moment, as Underwood does get passed by Carrier, now going through 3 and 4. The 77 does not elect to pit, so does the 54. Jordan Hand still staying out at the moment. We're on lap 148 of 200. We are looking at the final pit stop of the race if it keeps going green here. Brian Underwood still holding strong P2. Jordan Hand, though, let's see if he pits this time by, because this would be big news if he does. And he doesn't. He stays out. Got a 3.3 second lead over P2 at the moment. And it looks like right now Chris Stange has leapfrogged the 21 of Matthew Wood. You can see him right here. That pretty big gap between himself and Chris Stange.
Yeah, that's some big news, is now Stange is a lap down currently, so he has got to go try to get his lap back the old-fashioned way in case we do see a caution. We know how that played out last week in that outcome of the race, as now we see Burbage down pit lane. He was P7. Does anybody else follow him down? This is interesting here by hand as well, with the overcut strategy, having fresher tires towards the end of this race, as he's going to continue to put up lap time. Let's see if he pits now. We got 51 laps to go, 50 this time at the line. He's going to stay on the track. Jordan Hand continuing to lead here. Maybe get that caution that played in the favor of Underwood last week. And as I say that, here comes Underwood down pit lane.
The 77 elected to come down pit lane, trying to get some fresh tires underneath him and continue on with this race. William Connolly now coming down pit lane as well. The 25 truck trying to get a good result at the end of this race. Jordan Hand now coming down pit road. That's your leader.
Yeah, and that's going to hand the lead over to Dylan Carrier in the 54 truck. Now, he's still on the racetrack. Behringer as well on the racetrack, but we got mass pit stops. Here comes Gaston. Here comes Blackwell down pit lane. Nathan Line.
Absolutely. Jordan Hand still making that slow crawl down pit road at the moment. Dylan Carrier still leading this race, electing not to come down pit road this time by. The 54 truck staying out at the moment. Melvin Behringer, the number 19 truck. That is your next truck to come down pit road. The number 19 car. Dylan Carrier, though, still out on track, and it doesn't look like, or it may look like he is going to come down this time. Let's see what he does here. No, he doesn't. He stays out. Wow.
Yes, currently your top three on track haven't made a pit stop. That's Dylan Carrier, Jordan Kreider, and then Brookover. Those three guys are continuing here on the long stint here. Nathan Brookover here in the 27 running P3 right now, as Chris Stange and Matthew Wood now currently P4 and P5, one lap down, trying to get their lap back, trying to fight through the field. And here comes Stange now to get his lap back from Carrier, as it looks like Carrier might be heading down pit lane.
Yes, he is. The 54 now coming down pit lane. You only got a couple more out on track. That's Jordan Kreider and Nathan Brookover. Kreider, though, not electing to come down pit road. We'll see if Nathan Brookover does. He's coming through 3 and 4. He's getting a little block. And we got a caution.
Oh, man.
The 18, Henry Dudley.
That is a huge change of events here for Jordan Kreider and Nathan Brookover. So unfortunate there for Dylan Carrier. Was one lap away. If he would have stayed out one more lap, it would have played into his favor. But it is marking a P3. He might be all right here. He might inherit the lead.
See, he came off of pit road here, so yeah. He's
Wow.
on the racetrack.
Golden horseshoe for the 54 at Carrier here. Unbelievable. Freshest tires, and he's going to have the lead.
All right, let's go back and look at this yellow flag. Henry Dudley. We'll go back and see. The 18 coming off of turn 4. We're going to see what happened. He just lost it. Just lost it.
Good job locking it down there, not going in towards the inside wall there on pit lane. So he'll be fine. Get some new tires on that thing and send her back out. As you see your race leader, Kreider, and then Nathan Brookover heading down pit lane.
Yep, Nathan Brookover's coming down. Chris Stange, Matthew Wood staying out. John B. coming down pit road. Number 62 truck. We got Josh Kreider now up to relative P3. Jason Kinney, P4. Dylan Carrier, P5.
Okay, so that makes sense. Now the 54 is back to P5 here. That'll put Stange P1, Wood P2. Might need to let the scoring catch back up here because there's going to be some guys that were laps down, maybe some wave arounds, free passes here through this pit sequence. This is interesting, Tom. We'll see where this all shakes out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Is it interesting? And it always is like this whenever we get a caution through a green flag cycle. So, nonetheless, though, Chris Stange holding strong into P1. Matthew Wood in P2. Josh Kreider plus 13 since the beginning of this race. Doing a great job there. Dylan Carrier coming down pit road. I assume to get the tires that he didn't get to stay on the lead lap there. And Michael McDonald also coming down pit road. Nathan Brookover also coming down pit road. Your 3 cars at the moment. Right now, the 29 still leading this race.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. That undercut pit strategy by Stange here might have just been the move of the race, as now he has leaped the 21 of Matthew Wood, and now you've got Joshua Kreider here in P3. Started P16, we made a note of that, and he has driven through the field methodically all day long, and now he's going to have an opportunity here on a restart. And then Kenny, Jason Kinney, with these restart abilities he's had tonight, this is going to be an optimum position for him. And then Jordan Kreider in the 69. He stays out longer than anybody, and now here he is in a P5 position. This is incredible here.
Yeah, absolutely it is. The 69 of Jordan Kreider staying out during that last pit cycle and really putting himself in a great position. Honestly, a fantastic position.
Yeah, I don't think you could have wrote that strategy up any better than that. I mean, that was just phenomenal timing, and everything worked out in his favor. We saw that last week with Underwood when he was battling Nathan Lyon there, and the caution came out perfectly and got Underwood an opportunity to win that race. And then we saw the fantastic drive that Matthew Wood did to get back to the front of the field. We'll see if somebody like Carrier or maybe McDonald or Jordan Hand back there in P10, see if he can make his way back towards the front of this field.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one thing I was going to touch on here real quick, Jay. That 3 truck really getting the worst end of this. With that last pit sequence, he did get 4 tires, but he did run a couple of laps on him. But he did get trapped a lap down. He's going to have to get the wave around on this pace truck and also continue to use those old tires versus everybody else who did get new tires. So, like Jordan Kreider, got some fantastically new tires on that last caution. So, Jordan Kreider really looking good here. Dylan Carrier also looking really good. Freshest tires out of all of these guys at the moment. And Chris Stange, though, leading the field. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to go green flag racing this time by.
Yeah, we're doubling them up. Wave rounds are done. And we've got 40 laps to go when we get the green here at Iowa. It's going to be some great racing.
Absolutely. The pace truck off the racing surface into the restart zone and the green flag out in the air. The 29 getting a phenomenal jump over P2 at the moment. Chris Stange trying to hold on to that P1 position. He's got a great gap in between himself and Wood. Josh Kreider, Jason Kinney trying to make something happen here between the 5 and the 21. Not going to happen this time by, but Josh Kreider to the inside of the 21 trying to make something happen coming down the back straightaway and off of turn 4 now. The 5 truck, he's going to clear the 21. Coming down the front straightaway now, Josh Kreider up to P2.
Wow, from P16 to P2, and now he's looking for the lead here. This is incredible drive by the 5 of Kreider, as now Stange has got a pretty decent gap here, as they're going to all kind of get single-filed out down into the turn 3 here, as you see Carrier to the inside of Kenny. Can he clear him off of turn 4 here? Oh, he's sideways! Oh my goodness, he saves it! Unbelievable! Off of turn 4, dead sideways. He keeps it going straight here.
Wow, what an absolute move to keep that truck straight there. Chris Stange holding on to the lead of this race right now. Josh Kreider just put down an extremely fast lap, almost the fastest lap of the session by 0.02 seconds. So he is on rails at the moment. The 21 truck of Matthew Wood in P3. Jason Kinney waiting for a moment to move that 30 truck more forward as Jordan Kreider does round out your top 5 at the moment. What an absolute run by this 69 truck as he continues to get all the luck he can and then taking advantage of it through turns 3 and 4. Now he's trying to look to the inside of the 30 truck. Not a lot's going to happen there as the outside lane does prevail with that run that they get down the front straightaway. But Jordan Kreider, wow, what a run so far he has had.
Yes, now you see Stange still using that inside line up there. I've been noticing as you see Kreider and Wood both go to the outside, but Stange is staying true to that inside line. But here comes Matthew Wood giving the bumper business here to Jordan Kreider, Joshua Kreider in the 5 truck as they're going to dig down here into turn 3. Kreider is going to continue to hold on to that P2 position over Matthew Wood, as Matthew Wood's going to try and get a little bit of a run here off of turn 2, and we're side by side here for P4. Jordan Kreider looking to the inside of Kenny. This is incredible. The 69 truck has had just amazing luck here towards the end of the race, and then he's capitalizing on it. Going for P4 now.
Across the start finish line and into turn 1 they go, still side by side for the 69 and the 30. The 30 is going way up top as the 69 dives it on down deep off of turn 2 now. The 69 clears the 30 into turn 3 as the 30 now dives in deep, and he is trying to make it happen on the inside lane off of turn 4. The 30 truck, he's going to push real tight, not going to be able to make it happen. The 69 of Jordan Kreider, he's up to P4 as Jason Kinney now comes under attack by the 38 of Nathan Line, who's also a lap down. The 54 now trying to take advantage of it. He's in P6 trying to get that P5 position. Now off of turn 4, the 54 and the 30 side by side, still battling across the start finish line. Into turn 1 now, these guys continuing to duke it out. The 54 to the inside, the 30 to the outside, as the 54 does clear the 30 down the back straightaway. What a move by Carrier to get himself into the top 5. Next sights onto that 69 truck of Jordan Kreider. Jordan Kreider and Matthew Wood still duking it out for P2, it looks like, as those teammates are battling it out going into turn 1. They're still bumper to nose as the 69 dives it on deep in there into turn 1. Off of turn 2 now, trying to go side by side with the 21.
Yeah, that 69 truck of Jordan Kreider is absolutely coming alive here. And look at the 54 right behind him as well. He was dead sideways about 5 laps ago, and now he's back in a P5 position. He's going to get a great run here down the front stretch, draw right up to the bumper of the 69 truck, and he's going to send it in on the bottom here into turn 3 and 4. Can he make it happen? Or into turn 1, excuse me. Off of turn 2, it looks like Kreider's going to hold that outside line. He's not going to have anywhere to go with that run, though, because the 21 and 5 are using that outside line as well. Look at the 54 making up a great time here on the bottom off of turn 4.
Side by side now with the 69 truck to try and take over that P4 position into turn 1. That 69 holding very strong on the outside. The 54 using that middle lane off of turn 2. Looks like he is going to clear the 69, but now he's going to battle with the 21 of Matthew Wood going into turn 3 now. Side by side with the 21 they go, and into turn 4 and off of 4 they go. The 54 still side by side with the 21, and here comes the 69 back on the outside. Kreider still staying alive in this battle with his battle of the 54 off of turn 2 now. The 54 is just he's got lots of speed. That's insane.
Yeah, as these guys continue to duke it out, it looks like the 29 exchange is actually gapping these guys a little bit. These guys got to sort it out, but now here comes Carrier. He's going to be side by side with the P2, which is Joshua Kreider here in a turn 1. He's got some space on the inside. That inside line's been working out, as now he's in the middle lane. Kreider up on the outside as Wood is fading here back to P4 as Carrier is continuing to drive this thing like he stole it down here on the bottom. Trying to get past the 5 up to P2. Still side by side here off of turn 4.
The 5 and the 54 are going to duke it out here coming across the start finish line. Into turn 1, the 54 is going to dive it real deep in there and try to make something happen. He clears the 5 in the middle of the corner. He's up to P2 coming down the back straightaway now. The 5 truck's just going to push him down the back straightaway. And into turn 3 now, the 54, what a beautiful masterclass move he did to get by the 5 truck. And now the 5 truck's battling with Matthew Wood. The 21 to the inside of the 5. Going into turn 1 now, he's going to try to make something happen on Josh Kreider.
Yeah, as he's down here, he's going to try and clear him off of turn 2. He does. He pulls a little bit of a slider move there on the 5 of Kreider. Kreider's going to take it back to the bottom. That's Joshua Kreider in the 5. Side by side here through 3. And then, oh, he gets a little tight there. Maybe contact on the 4. Oh, my goodness. That was so close of contact between Kreider and Wood. Caution is out.
18 truck once again off of turn 2. Makes a little bit of a whoopsie there. Gets that thing around. Let's go back and look and see what happened to the 18 truck off of turn 2 there. Battling it out there with the 88, 27, and 38. Let's see what happens. Maybe a little bit of a bump there by the 88. Comes to the inside wall. Makes a little bit of front nose contact there. Excuse me. Oh, whoa there. All
Might have
right.
a little bit of left front damage there, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not quite sure.
Front of that nose seems a little caved in there with the 18 truck. But, we'll Look here, we got 23 laps to go, though. Look, this is going to be a big call right here, Jay. Do you take tires? Do you stay out? What is the call?
I think you got to come down and put some tires on these things. I mean, we got quite a ways to the checker. This is going to be interesting. Oh, is Kreider... Oh, the 69 Jordan Kreider stays out. Unbelievable. So does Nathan Lyon, but here comes the rest of the field. This is an interesting pit call here for Jordan Kreider.
This was either the best call we've ever seen in motorsports or his win going out the window.
It's a gamble. It's
Absolutely.
a gamble for sure. But let's see how this pit sequence works out here. Stange was able to get on pit lane first, but you also have Hand and Wood with those first 2 pit stalls. Can that play to their favor here on the race off of pit road? This is huge moments here in this race with 22 to go. As Stange is finishing his pit work here now, and he will win the race off pit road easily as Carrier comes out P2. No, maybe not. That was a drag race there by Wood and Carrier.
Looks like Carrier may have gotten it here. What a pit stop if he did. What a pit stop by the 54 to stay up in P2. Now him and Stange, the first cars with fresh tires with 22 laps to go at the moment. Go at it and try to win this race. It's going to get crazy.
Yeah, this is going to get wild. Now, Jordan Kreider, does he stay on track? I'm not sure. It just seems like such a gamble with so many laps to go in this race. But he was being able to maintain that gap to those guys in front of him. He has a fast race truck. It's worth the gamble, right? I mean, you got to think it's worth the gamble here.
It is. I respect the gamble. I always do. I always will. And I think that Jordan Kreider may have something here to try and hold off. We did put a lot of laps on these tires, though. Jordan might find himself in a predicament here. And the number 69 truck trying to hold on to the lead of this race. Chris Stange looking very good at the moment. We'll see what line the 69 takes for the restart of this race. That would dictate a lot here. And I don't know. I think that the right lane choice here is the outside lane.
Yeah, I agree with what we've seen tonight with these restarts. I believe that outside lane is the place to be. The only caveat to that, though, Tom, is the 29 truck. Is if you give him that inside line, that could be a bigger gamble than staying out right now. He has found so much pace on that inside line. I think it's a coin toss, right? Whether take that inside or that outside line here to be successful. I think you might just want to take the inside here and put the 29 in an uncomfortable position, but that's why I'm up here in the booth with you, Tom, and I'm not behind the wheel of one of these race trucks.
Oh, the beauties of broadcasting here. Yes. But nonetheless, the 29 does have fresh tires, and everybody else behind him does have fresh tires as well. I really hope to see Jordan Kreider in that number 69 truck be able to pull it off. That would be phenomenal to watch, and it does look like he is going to take that outside lane, so the 29 going to be feeling more like he's at home, that inside line, and so it's looking pretty good for him.
And I think we need to keep our eyes on that 3 truck. He's back here in P6. He'll be up on that outside line. We know how quick he is on these short runs, and now he's finally back towards the front of this field after the bad luck through strategy. Keep your eye on the 3 truck, and keep an eye on this 54 truck. Came alive here at the end. This is going to be wild. Get exciting. Everybody get ready for this wild 18-lap shootout once we go green to the checker here in the PSERL Truck Series.
Absolutely. Lights are off on the pace truck. Going green flag racing this time by into turn 3 right now. Jordan Kreider on the outside lane, not taking fresh tires. Chris Stange on the inside lane, taking fresh tires with everyone else behind him. 69 is going to control this race. The pace truck is off the racing surface into the restart zone, and green flag out in the air. The 69 gets a great jump, so does the 21. This is not what the 29 needed, as the 21 is being held up by the 69 now, but it looks like the 21, oh, we're wrecking in the back. That's Kitty. Kitty's around, big contact. Oh, the 16 absolutely demolishes the outside wall. The 88 Huge damage to Noah Blackwell as well.
Oh, big wreck, big damage here to the 88. And like you said, the 16 of McDonald, he absolutely destroyed that wall there off of turn 2. Unfortunate for these drivers here towards the end of the race. We'll have to go back and take a look, but significant damage here to Blackwell in the 88.
Let's just see and watch the 16 truck as it looks like the 30. In fact, we're going to watch the 30 truck because we saw him going sideways in the actual play of the race. So let's just see what happened. He just lost it. 88, nowhere to go. The 16 just gets tagged out of nowhere. No fault of anyone there. Just so unfortunate. I want to go back actually on board. I want to go on board with the 16 because this is just wild. Let's see what happens. Oh.
So unfortunate. Happened so fast. Nothing you could do to react to that one. That's so unfortunate. You see his bumper cover flying there on the infield. Not what you want to see here at the end of a race.
No, not at all. Not at all. The 88 now coming down pit road. Let's see if he can roll out his backup car. I haven't been keeping track with him on his backup car. Let's see if he can pull it out here. He does. He's still back in the race here. 30 truck of Jason Kinney also in the race. Maybe, yep, pulling out his backup car as well. 30 truck still competing after that huge wreck he had. Unfortunately, the 16 of Michael McDonald on pit road might be night over for him.
What a great restart there for Jordan Hand in the 3 truck. Restarted pair P6. He's up to P3 now. He can smell it. He can see victory looming with 15 laps to go. He's going to be in an optimal position here to get this win. And Wood as well had to start P4. Climbed his way all the way up to P2 here. So the guys that we've been watching through the first half and the second half of this race are all 1 through 3 right now. It's up for grabs here as we're winding this race down.
Absolutely. The 29, though. What a race that has been played out for him. Not starting P5, moving on back in the field during the first little bit of that stage there. But really just coming back up at the end of this race when it counts. 29 putting on that fresh set of tires when needed. Now he finds himself up at the front of this field. And Jay, this 29 truck is definitely going to be a hard truck to pass for the win of this race.
Yeah, he's been the one truck that you look at to have that inside dominance. I mean, he's been able to wrap that yellow line around the bottom and make speed that nobody else has been able to find here tonight. But then you have Matthew Wood, the Iron Man. He has been so good on the outside. This is going to be an exceptional restart here. And can't forget about that 3 truck. What does he have left in the tank here towards the end of this race? Can he follow the 29 on this restart and move up to P2 and then put the challenge on that 29 of Chris Stage?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, on that inside line where the 29 car is so strong, he's going to have a huge advantage here on this restart. Wrapping around the inside of the track, the shortest way around the track, and so much speed down there that he has as well. The 21's got to get prepared to get a phenomenal restart to try to make something happen on the outside.
Yeah, exactly. I think you've got to get it on this initial restart. We see how tough it's going to be to get by that 29 truck. So I think this restart is going to be crucial on the outcome of this race. Can you get off the restart zone with the 29, match him evenly going into turn 1, and then from there we can let the drag race commence. But we crossed the line now. The lights are out on the pace vehicle, Tom, and you know what that means.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be hitting that green flag racing with 12 laps to go here at Iowa. It is only heating up. We've got plenty of cars on the lead lap with fresh tires. Mixed strategies, really. The 69 is still up there in P4. What a phenomenal job he has done to keep that car relevant in this race. But now going into turn 3, we're going to watch the 29 restart this field. He's going to take control of the field. Once the pace truck leaves the racing surface, 29 is ready to get this done. Off of turn 4 they go. Pace truck off the racing surface, and green flag is out in the air. The 29 does get a phenomenal jump over the 21 of Matthew Wood. Going into turn 1 now, the 29 of Chris Stage gonna wrap the inside line here and get a huge jump over the 21, as 21's gonna grab a little bit of speed down the back straightaway. It's not gonna be enough. The 21 still on the outside, ripping that outside lane, as the 3 truck now coming underneath the 21. He might have some company. Coming across start-finish line with 11 to go.
Yeah, as we got 11 laps to go, as now you see the 21 getting into his groove, up to the outside, Stange to the bottom in his groove. Here comes Hand. He's trying to put it down on the bottom, trying to get around, and here comes Kreider back in the 5 truck, back up to P4. As now look at Hand, he's going to get a great run here off of turn 4. He's going to challenge this 29 truck down the front stretch. We got the Dega Boys, 10 to go here at Iowa.
Going into turn 1, oh, we got a caution. William Connolly, who was already towed back to pit road. Oh man, let's see what happened here. 25 truck looks like coming off of turn 4 here, a monster of cars here. Get a little help there by the 30 truck. Sliding on down through the infield.
Yeah, it looked like the 62 might have got a little loose there off of 4, and it was a little bit of one of those accordion-style events there. Everybody's checking up, and not much you can do there. So unfortunate for those guys in the back, especially Connolly not having a fast repair.
Yep.
But we're going to rack them back up and try it again, Tom.
Absolutely, we are. The 29 still up front with Wood behind him. Wood was getting extremely fast there, coming off of turn 4 on the outside lane, getting that run, about to take it into turn 1 there on the outside of the 29. You can see the 29 was setting up for a was setting up to shove it really deep into turn 1 there and try to make something happen on the inside lane, but it looked like the 21 was just so fast on the outside lane.
Yeah, that 21 was building that momentum off of turn 4, was able to draw real close to the back bumper of 29. And like you said, I think it was going to be a little bit of a battle there off of turn 2. That 21 car really found his groove. Let's see if maybe he learned something on this restart and maybe keep a little bit closer tabs of that 29 car heading into turn 1 on the initial start to be able to put that challenge to the 29 sooner, because the laps are winding down. That is going to be a factor here in the pursuit of victory for this 21 truck and the 29 to be able to hang on to this victory here tonight that he's controlled in the second half of this race.
Absolutely, Jay. I think an interview by the 21 truck is something that might be pretty cool. Might be able to see here. So let's bring down Matthew Wood. Matthew, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, sir.
So, the 29. What do you got to do to get around him here on this restart?
I just got to carry momentum. It's been frustrating in voice chat this whole race, but just can't. They can't. Our team just can't keep causing cautions. We gotta keep it clean. I would have probably had him there, but we got 7 more laps to do it. By the time we go green, it's going to be 5 laps to do it. I think we can. I'm just in it to keep the points lead. If I get second, I should keep the points lead. But last time I raced here was in December, and I had my wisdom teeth taken out the night before, and I got a top 5 out of it. So that I guess that's why you can call me Iron Man still.
Awesome.
That was a rough night. I can tell you that was rough.
Well, looking for a little bit of redemption here tonight in that number 21 truck. Any last thoughts before we go into this green flag run?
Just keep it clean. Also, I don't know why it says the 21. Everyone's saying that, but I'm in the 16 again. But okay, so it says the 21 for everyone else. I'm driving a 16, and then in the actual sim it says 12.
Yeah.
I'm running 3 different identities right now.
All right. Well, look. Good luck on your future run here. We're gonna be monitoring it very closely between you and Mr. Stage, and we hope to see you at the end of this race.
I hope I don't die.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's Matthew Wood there. Looking for a little redemption, it sounds like. Maybe a little bit of confidence there too, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a betting man, the confidence is there. This is the guy you're looking at if you're a betting man. Fortunately, I'm a broadcaster, so I'm just going to let this play out the way it plays out here. I'm excited for this restart. We're going to have, like he said, looks like we're going to have 4 laps to go actually at the restart here as we've done 1 more pace lap here. So this is going to get wild. We're going to have one of these quick shootouts to the end. Does the 21 have enough? Does somebody else sneak in there and steal it at the end? Does Stange hang on to it? He's really put together a phenomenal race here at the second latter half of it. As the lights are now out on the pace track, we're going to have 4 laps to go. And you know what that means, Tom.
We're going to go green flag racing this time by, ladies and gentlemen. The 29 going to be leading the field to green once again. After 8 cautions here tonight at Iowa, 200 laps, the scheduled distance. We may go into a little bit Dega Boys overdrive. Possible. Hoping for a great finish here tonight between the 29, 21, 3, 5, and 54, it sounds like right now. But Chris Stange leading this field. Pace truck now coming through 3 and 4. We're going to see him rip off of the racing surface. And we're going to watch the 29 get into the restart zone. And the green flag is out in the air. He gets another great jump over the 21. Coming across start-finish line now. Looks like 21 might be prevailing a little bit on the outside as the 29 dives it real deep into turn 1. He's going to go just a little bit of a half a lane above the bottom as the 21 is continuing to rip the outside. The 29 gets a great exit off at turn 2. Into turn 3 they go. The 21 still ripping the outside as the 29 continues on the bottom. Here comes the 21 with the run.
Here comes Matthew Wood. He's looking to the inside of Stange. This is got a little bit of an opposite move than we expected. He's going to send it in there. Can he pull the slider? Oh, here comes Stange with a crossover move off of turn 2. We're going to drag it down the back as now Stange is going to go back to the inside, Wood to the outside. This is incredible. Look at Hand. He's trying to throw his name in the ring.
Off of turn 4 now, the 29 on the inside of the 21. It's going to be too close to call at the line. With 2 laps to go, the 29 still on the inside of the 21. Going through turns 1 and 2 now. The 29 struggling on the inside. He gets real tight off of turn 2. The 21 gets the run down the back straightaway. Into turn 3 they go, still side by side for the lead stage. Still trying to get the win out tonight. Coming across start finish line, white flag in the air.
White flag is in the air, and it looks like Matthew Wood is clear. The 29 is Stange. Does Stange have anything left in this truck? He's going to drive it in extremely deep into 1 and 2. Drop to the bumper, gets real tight, and then sideways off at turn 2. Wood's going to go defensive to the inside, take away Stange's line. It's going to be the Iron Man, Matthew Wood, off of turn 4. He's going to steal the win here at Iowa. Stange is wrecking across the line.
Wow. Almost had it for Chris Stange. Matthew Wood coming out on top to get the race win. Unbelievable what we just witnessed there. Jordan Hand in the 3 truck coming out with a P3 finish. Wow. Just wow.
What an amazing race. I mean, wow. What a battle. Clean, respectful, hard racing there at the front of the field. Nothing more you can ask for. What a great race. We're 3 for 3 here in the PSCRL Truck Series with battles at the end of these. Wow.
Absolutely. Let's just go ahead and let's get Jordan Hand down here, your P3 finisher for tonight. All right. Jordan Hand, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Wow, what an absolute finish to that race. But nonetheless, what you did during this race, you get caught a lap down during a caution. You come back, you get yourself back up to the front in contention to win this race. What was that like?
Oh, man, I was stressed, I ain't gonna lie. Just horrible caution timing. I mean, that was just insane. But I just kept the head down and just drove up to the front. Just tried to get there as fast as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And you did it. You came up and you got yourself a fantastic points-paying night tonight. And you find yourself P3. You get over all this adversity on the racetrack. I mean, it's got to be a relief to you to come out here and finish up P3 at a crazy Iowa race.
Absolutely, man. I was really happy when I won the stage, and that kind of gave me relief when I went a lap down because I thought, well, if I finish in the back because of that, at least I got those. But hey, man, I'm just glad to make it back up there to the front and get some good points.
Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't go out to say that you didn't try, because wow. This is definitely a phenomenal race to look back at for you and your performance here tonight. But congratulations on your P3 finish. Jay, that's all I have for Jordan here. What do you got?
Yes, Jordan, congratulations on your P3 finish. What a great points night it was for you, like you said, with the stage win and then P3, finding yourself on the podium at the end, fighting through a little bit of adversity there with that tough caution, coming out here and kind of solidifying yourself as a championship favorite here early on in this season. Who do you have to thank for this amazing performance here tonight?
I gotta shout out my wife once again, man. She always lets me practice, and she watches the kiddos, so I want to shout her out. And you guys for putting on a great show in the broadcast booth. And man, I love the league. I love these drivers. We had a few cautions tonight, but all these guys in here in this league are just great, and I'm just happy to have them along for the ride.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for the kind words. We really appreciate it here. And thank you for coming out, giving us some great content here. And thank your wife as well for letting you come out here. But
Absolutely.
Again, congratulations on your P3 finish tonight, Jordan. And we hope to see you in the
one more thing, boys.
Yeah.
The number 3 truck is Sigtar finishing third. I'll take a first or a second. I want to finish out ahead of third next week. That's the goal.
That's the goal. You got it, baby. All right. Well, congratulations, and Jordan, we hope to see you in the next one.
Hey, take it easy, guys.
That was your P3 finisher for tonight. Let's go ahead and bring down your P2 finisher of Chris Stange and see what he has to say here. Chris, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Wow, Chris, what an absolute battle you put on with the 21. Not only in the closing laps of this race, but pretty much all race long. I mean, wow, that 29 was so fast on the bottom when everybody else was really quick on the top. You were the one who took the path less traveled by hitting the bottom of that racetrack and making it work.
Well, it's number 29 by design. I call it the Harvick line, the bottom line. I can't rip that fence like everybody else, but once them temps started coming down and I got a little bit of a long run, I don't think anybody had me after 20 laps into a run. I pretty much classed the field at that point, but got bit by some cautions, and Matt is one hell of a driver. We all know it. And I made a little mistake, and he was able to get to me, and once he got beside me, he's got such short run speed there and just raw talent anyway. He got me. So I'm pretty dejected on that. I really thought I had a win in the bag. If it had stayed green, I was already setting sail on the field. So what could have been?
Well, nonetheless, Chris, I mean, still a phenomenal performance you put on tonight, showing everybody else that you're not afraid to go and try a different lane like that and make it work. I mean, you were so quick on the bottom side there. It was just a beautiful, I mean, I loved watching you rip that inside lane. It was just awesome to see while everybody else was pushing high and trying to make that outside lane work and everybody getting, backed up on the outside lane. You were not afraid to go to that bottom side and make it work. But congratulations on your P2 finish. Jay, that's all I got for Chris here. What do you got for him?
Yes. Congratulations, back-to-back podium finishes here. Kind of like I said to Jordan Hand, kind of solidifying yourself as one of these championship favorites early on in the season. Put on a well of a battle. I mean, what a show you guys put on at the front of this field. You were a truck that was a contender all night long. Who do you have to thank for this just amazing performance and great show that you put on tonight?
Oh, man. Well, thanks to the league. Thanks to you guys for broadcasting. I got plenty of fans out there watching me lose to Matt every week here, but my Field Up guy is number one, and then Carrier Motorsports Group was C1, and beyond. Man, I guess we'll just see y'all next week at the road course and try and finish one position better.
Absolutely. Hey, I will say one thing though. Your mom is a great supporter of this channel. We thank her for that.
Yeah, she's great behind the scenes and very knowledgeable. We're
Yes. Very
NASCAR people
knowledgeable.
our whole life and grew up in the sport, and we love it. And I'm just glad to be out here competing.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations once again, Chris, and we hope to see you in the next one. That was your P2 finisher for tonight. Let's go ahead and bring down your race winner, Matthew Wood. Matthew, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Look, we talked to you right before the restart. You had that confidence. You had that swag. You were going to come in here and just absolutely take it away. You did. And a phenomenal move that you pulled on that 29 with 2 laps to go there. A little bit of crossover move from bottom to top. You took a lane that you weren't necessarily running all night long, but made it work and got back to the outside when it counted. Making that pass on the 29 was just beautiful. I don't even know what to say. It was just a beautiful move. Textbook. But all night long, that 21 truck was extremely fast. Wow. Well, just give us a little bit on what was going through your head when you were battling with the 29 there.
I knew I had to get a good start. I tried to time it, but that's one thing I got to work on is timing restarts. But he got out ahead of me, but I knew he was running bottom. That was his weakness. He was running bottom, and I was one of the only ones who could hot lap on the top. And I was fastest throughout the whole week. I just didn't have the fastest race pace. That went to Jordan. But throughout the whole week, I was setting 1 lap pace like nobody else on the top, and nobody else could run top. So I ran top in 3 and 4. I saw him go low, and I just said, because if you remember earlier in the race, I did the same move to Jordan to get the lead twice.
Yeah.
I sent it down into turn 1. I was able to come up in front of him, have that confidence to not hesitate, and go up in front of him, and it was just nothing to lose. I went up in front of him. I was expecting him to send it, but I sent it so hard that if he sent it, he would have wrecked us both. So just textbook, honestly. I mean, I'm not one to brag on myself, but that was textbook. Just a great race from everybody. We got to work on some things, but wow. I never race pace here. I've sucked here every race I've gone here, but I guess since I got my wisdom teeth taken out, I got a little bit more wisdom. Doesn't make sense, but
yes, absolutely. A great on-track performance by yourself all night long. We saw the 21 or the 16 or the 12 up front or battling up front all night long, and we knew you had the speed. You make that move, you get it done, you come out here, win Iowa. What a phenomenal feeling that must be.
that is phenomenal. And I'm going to keep the points lead now. I get to extend that gap, but now we look on to being consistent, getting to the playoffs, and getting that regular season championship to further boost us into the playoffs. And also, hopefully next week I'll be in the 16 like I was supposed to be and not running 4 identities at once.
Well, look, next week we go to a road course, right? How do you feel going into that week?
Well, that's another thing. They call me the road course ringer of the league because I run full time for endurance. Every special event, I'm in it, and they say I'm quick. Because I was at Daytona when we did the 24, I was only half a second off the pro times in LMP2, and I'm pretty quick on road courses. So hopefully, we can go down there and win. We won Watkins Glen last year, and one of actually the first road course and only road course I've done in this league. So hopefully we can continue that trend.
Absolutely. Well, good luck on next week. Congratulations on your win this week. What a phenomenal race you put on here tonight. Jay, that's all I got for Matt here. What do you got for him?
Yes, congratulations again, back to back. Now you're kind of solidified as the points leader. Now you can just continue to race for wins, extend that lead like you're saying. Who do you have to thank for this amazing performance here tonight?
Well, I've had my friend all weekend. He's been sitting here. he's been kind of dumb, but it's been fun having him here and watching me. And just like I always say, I thank the Lord for just giving me just everything and there's the strength to do this and the talent to do this because not everybody does. And for a 15-year-old to be going out and doing what I'm doing, you don't see it. And I'm thankful that that's just the thing. My whole team and this league is just incredible. So, like I said, I got a few special things on my truck that hopefully it works next week. But it'll be fun.
All right. Well, congratulations once again. Thank you for coming out, giving us some great on-track content. And Matthew, we hope to see you in the next one.
All right. Thank you guys for doing a good job.
Absolutely. Our pleasure. All right, Jay. What a phenomenal race that we saw tonight. I mean, we saw a lot happening. We had a lot on track happening. I don't even know where to begin. We had battles all race long with everybody. Great battles for the lead. Great battles for P10. Great battles for P5. Great battles for P15. What a phenomenal race.
I mean, what an absolute thriller of a race. I mean, we're 3 for 3 with just absolute banger of races here in the PSCRL Truck Series to kick off this season. Early in this race, we saw Jordan Hand qualify on pole. He kind of controlled the first half of this race, first quarter of this race, won stage 1, was able to really kind of solidify himself as the favorite. And then Matthew Wood just continually right there, hounding him, continuing to pressure him, try to get the lead, got to the lead at a certain point of this race. And then we get into a little bit of strategy at the end of this race. We saw Chris Stange stay out early and really back up through the field. And then he was able to just continually pick his way back through the field, got up to the lead, showed the strength that he had on the bottom line. Nobody else had that strength. He just put on a display down there on the bottom, finding ways that, as he said, he was Harvicking it around there in that 29 truck, patented 29 truck. Just what a job that he did. And then it comes down to one of these late race restarts, and Matthew Wood. I mean, unbelievable. The Iron Man himself just really put it together. The confidence was there. Made a daring move there into turn 1. Off of turn 2, cleared Chris Stange. Never looked back there once he took the white. Claims the second victory in a row, second of the season. Early points leader, maybe early championship favorite. And the confidence is building as he thinks he's got a great chance next week at the road course. Can't wait to see what the season has left in it. Amazing start to this season. Banger race after banger race. I can't wait to be back here with you fine people on YouTube for race number 4 in the PSCRL Truck Series League.
Absolutely. Real quick, we'll go right through the results. Give everybody a chance to go ahead and see what happened. Matthew Wood, race winner for tonight in the number 12 truck. Chris Stange in the 29. Jordan Hand in the 3. Josh Kreider in the 5 truck. Brian Underwood in the 77. That's your top 5.
Yeah, P6. That was Dylan Carrier in the number 54 truck. Melvin Behringer in the number 19 truck comes out with a P7. Jonathan Gaston, your Daytona winner, P8 here in the 72 truck. Jordan Kreider in the 69, P9 at the end of this one. And then Nathan Lyon in the 38, rounding out your top 10 here at Iowa.
Yep. Race 3 of 14. This race at Iowa, sponsored by Roger Dodgers Bars and Bumpers 200, is closed out. No more on-track action tonight. We'd like to thank everybody who came out here tonight. Sienna, Roger, Dr. Relief, Jimmy, As We Go Gaming, and everybody else who popped in and gave us really the time of day to have a little bit of fun with us as Jay and I come out here and have a great time. Just calling some races tonight, as we love doing. And anybody who tuned in from the Busch Clash, thank you for tuning in to us here. Watch a little bit more racing. Maybe, well, really no Big Daddy NASCAR moments here. So, we guarantee that. but nonetheless, thank you everybody for coming out. We'll go ahead and start to round out this this broadcast here tonight. I'm going to actually hand the mic off here to Jay to talk a little bit about our podcast side and what we got going on up here in the coming months. Jay, what do we got going on?
Oh man, February. We're rounding out we're starting up the NASCAR season, and also we've got IMSA going on, IndyCar Formula One right around the corner, and that's why we have a podcast. on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, like clockwork. Every Tuesday, you'll catch us right here on this platform, giving you all the news and the hype around the motorsports world. This weekend, or this Tuesday, we'll be covering the Busch Light Clash. We will be recapping the entire event, all the moments that happened, the race winner, which Tom hinted at the beginning. No comment on that. You'll get our opinions here on Tuesday, so make sure to tune in. And we're also going to do a little bit of Daytona 500 previews, since that's about, 13, 14, 15 days away. I mean, it's unbelievable. We're getting right back into the racing season. And then also some big drama so far throughout the motorsports season, especially in Formula One. Can't wait to talk about a lot of that drama that's been announced here over the last few days. Got some pretty hot topics to talk about there. And as well, for the Daytona 500, we will be doing a watch party for February Daytona 500. If you guys have two screens, just put one on the Daytona 500, put your other one right here on the Dega Boys, and we'll be watching it with you as if you're on the couch next to you, watching the race, giving you our live reaction and our natural emotion as everything happens. Those watch parties have been fun. We've had some great interaction with those, and we love just being able to watch some racing with the community. It's such a great time. So make sure to tune in for that. That'll be scheduled here soon.
Absolutely. It will be. It's always a great time when we get to talk about some racing, when you get to watch some racing as well. Never a dull moment here with the Dega Boys. But thank you, everybody. Hey, look, I also want to give a shout out to all of our channel members. We really appreciate you guys coming out here and helping our channel grow. Jimmy 6 times, thank you so much for that Ultimate Die Hard membership. The first one to ever do that. We really appreciate that as well. Make sure to catch us in all the upcoming broadcasts that we have going on. We've got some NSR starting up here in mid to end February. We also got the back markers continuing to go on Thursday nights. Always catch us here on Saturday nights with the PSCRL gang. Always have a great time here. Always getting the great battles on track for you guys. Also, go ahead and check out our merch store that we have. We got lots of cool stuff for you guys. Lots of updated stuff coming out as well. Like our Big Daddy IMSA line now coming out. We might be making a Big Daddy FIA. I think that's warranted. I think it's so warranted. Too. So make sure you guys keep your eyes out for that. Any piece of merch that anybody purchases, all that money goes straight back into our channel. We are sincerely dedicated to just growing this channel to reach more audience, have a better time, and really interact with our people. We really appreciate all the people who interact with us. Sure is a great time. So with that being said, if you guys want to be a part of our membership, make sure you guys go to our channel, hit the join button, grab a membership that fits you the best. You guys get great content. You guys get perks as well, and all the other stuff that comes with it. It's all in the title description. We've also opened up a Discord. We put all of our news information and articles in there. If you guys want to be part of the late and breaking news, Jay and I post in there all the time. The link will be in the description on our channel as well, and in our community page. So join that. Come on out and have some good time. We also just want to thank everybody who came out here tonight. We want to thank all of our affiliates. And Jay, am I missing anything here?
No, and then also go follow all of our socials. Those are also in the link of the description below. Go follow us on X, Facebook, TikTok, and Patreon. We also have another option for Patreon because our crash compilation videos are not liked on YouTube. Not one bit. They get taken down pretty quickly. So we have a shorter version that is YouTube friendly, and then we also have extended versions on our Patreon, so you can see every wreck from the full length video that we can't put on YouTube. So make sure to go check out our Patreon and go watch those videos as well. I think that's everything, Tom. What a great night of racing. I can't wait to be back here again on next Saturday to call another one of these fantastic races.
Absolutely. Once again, thank you to everybody who came out, gave us some support, commented, and subscribed. Again, it means the world to us. Thank you so much. This has been Thomas and Jay in the booth, and we will see you in the next one.